What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the den. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I put the. Get off this shit and put on the. Use the fucking chat from Google because bad habits. Still using Firefox. You know it's hard to break old habits. This Firefox is boo boo. All right, there we go. We good. We good. We live. We live. All right, cool. So here is the deal. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys. It's a privilege and an honor to get to chop it up with you each and every night and Monday through Friday, each and every morning at 10 a.m. So thank you for joining me tonight. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. If you don't know, welcome to the den. If you're new to this, if you've been around for a bit, if you got some OG status, then, hey, you know, it is what it is. What's going on with this shit? Hey, it's nonsense and shenanigans. There we go. Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter if you want to follow my personal socials. Make sure you're in the live chat and not the top chat because all the real conversation goes down in the live chat. Top chat is terrible. You know, unless you like the censored version, then you know you do what you do. Let's see. Let me get rid of that. Okay, cool. And again, welcome this evening. We're going to talk about, you know, does culture really matter? And we're going to get into that. And we're going to get a few different opinions on that hopefully this evening. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy, you know, let YouTube know that you enjoy the content. If you're new to this and you just peeping in, you know, hit that subscribe button and that like button. Trust me, you're in for something good. It's always great conversation when we're in the den. This is the best conversation on the internet. I don't care what anybody says. The reason why this is the best conversation on the internet because you guys make this so enjoyable, entertaining, and I think we all have become a nice community here. I don't look at it as a channel, I look at it as a community. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Den Show Live, easy way to remember it. And if you want to send an email, denshowlive@gmail. I've changed the domain to denshowlive.com. So if you want to tell somebody, that way it's just everything goes hand in hand. So that way, if you want to tell a friend about the den, just tell them to go to denshowlive.com and it'll bring them here to the channel. I'm going to do something different with some of the other domains. So, you know, there's that. If you want to go get some of the Den Show merch, that's unfortunate. You know, that's a favorite saying around here. You can go to denshowshop.com and it'll take you there. If you want to pledge to the channel, you want to make a one-time donation, go to streamlabs.com/The Den Show, and that is always greatly appreciated. And if you would like to make a monthly pledge, you can go to patreon.com/The Den Show. Shout out to Stina Starry-Eyed, Dan, Goya, and Professor Trill, you know, holding it down. Thank you all, and it is greatly appreciated. You know, Scotty might get to eat this month. I might think about buying Scotty some food, you know, because he's a fat ass dog. He can last a few weeks without eating. But no, all bullshit to the side. I appreciate that. Let's see what we got joining us tonight. Then let's get into some good conversation, man. I see Coach Anubis holding it down. In between vigorous short periods of war. VC, what's the motherfucking deal? Keisha R. Marie Lovely, what's the motherfucking deal? Footballer 503 AB, what's the motherfucking deal? Only one live, what's the motherfucking deal? Gloria Perez, what's the motherfucking deal? It's your boy Roman. Roman said he got a big major super special announcement that's going to change the entire world as we know it. So we're going to have to check that out. Nana Johnson, what's the motherfucking deal? H. Wolf, what's the motherfucking deal? Miss Bell, how are you doing this evening? Always good to see you, Miss Bell. Kathy Benny, what's the motherfucking deal? NPC, what's the motherfucking deal? You got too many numbers behind you. I ain't finna do all that shit. And let's see. Shannon Jones. Me and Mrs. Jones got a thing going on. What's the motherfucking deal? Kyle MC Strong. Sweetberry. Sweetberry 32. How are you this evening? Let's see. You know, the censorship shit is whack, you know. This is the world, you know, you gotta deal with that shit. As long as you ain't spamming, hey, it's all Gucci. And let me see. Back to being the only Shannon in the den. Who was another Shannon? Did I miss it? No, I must have. Lockbert, what's the motherfucking deal? Professor Trill teaches Trillology 101. You know, the basics of trillness. So that's how that works. Autumn, welcome back. What's the motherfucking deal? DeMarkey, it's DeMarkey. DeMarkey, glad you could join us, man. You know it's all love. I did not give me any fucking water. I'll probably end up taking a break after a little bit before we go maybe on the phone or something, grab me some water because I'm a bit parched. I am parched this evening. So let's get into the conversation. Let's talk about culture, man. Culture. What is culture in America these days? I know we can talk about different races having different backgrounds, their history, and, you know, how they've traditionally done things. And that's important to maintain those beliefs. I don't see anything wrong with that. I also don't see anything wrong with a little bump and grind, but that's another story that we won't cover tonight. But that might be part of culture. We don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll find a way to make it work. But also you have this modern thing, this culture, right? It's a saying that's going on the interwebs. And I don't understand it. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm not hip. Maybe I'm not in the culture. Everything is for the culture. What is the culture that it's for? Because this new modern culture is not culture at all. It's just shit that people do. And I guess maybe that's culture, but there's no real foundation. And anything can be for the culture. I don't understand that. But you have people who claim things like cultural appropriation. And then you have people who say, well, it's not appropriation, it's appreciation. What is the difference? Where does that line divide? And does it really fucking matter? Be for real, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Morgan Clark, what's the motherfucking deal? Already, yeah, you got to put in the work. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Tell your coworkers, join it in. I don't know. Sometimes we say stuff in here. You might not want them to know that you're associating with us. Sometimes we're den folks. Sometimes we're degenerates. They're gonna be like, "You listen to that? Oh my God, Morgan, what is wrong with you?" No, I'll push it to the side though. And so I think there's different levels to it. So what I want to talk about tonight is, does culture really matter? Because we all do things that are outside of what we would call our culture. Is culture more of a stereotype, or is it something that you place upon yourself? Is it something that you engage in? Is it something that you behave, or is it how you behave? And I was thinking about this because, shout out to Dan the man, and when he called in the other night, it was automatically assumed that Dan is a white man. And turns out Dan's a black guy, used to rock an afro apparently, and there's nothing wrong with that. But how do you tell culture? How can you perceive it? I look at myself, and there's a lot of things that I don't care for that are associated with black culture. I see people get angry when Gucci does something. They say, oh, they're stealing it from the culture. They're stealing it from the Arabs. They had some turbans out the other day. They were upset about the blackface thing. Hey, look, man, ugly is ugly. Just don't buy the shit. Like, I'm not even really tripping on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, what you mean they don't read? They read, I was going to say magazines. They don't do that shit. Niggas don't read that shit. They read memes. Niggas read memes. And that's pretty much it. Knockout, what's the motherfucking deal? You say you don't care, you little. So that's what I'm talking about, Miss Morgan. That's what I'm talking about. But again, so culture, what is it really? What does it mean? Is culture something that you can set for an individual standard, or is it something that you participate in as a group? Let's see what the Urban Dictionary says about culture. We love to refer to the Urban Dictionary because it always starts some shit. I'm going to guess that it's going to make a reference to Migos for some reason. Let's see. Let's find out. Socially transmitted patterns of action and expression. Material culture refers to physical objects such as dwellings, clothing, tools, and crafts. Culture also includes arts, beliefs, knowledge, and technology. This is the first time that the Urban Dictionary, as far as I know, is actually given like a legitimate definition. Who went and fucked up the Urban Dictionary? Because usually it says some more off the wall shit. I'm not gonna fuck up the first part of the name, but Starks, what's the motherfucking deal? I'm calling you Tony Starks. You're my hero, Iron Man. I'm gonna be honest, I was rooting for Thanos. My background is Thanos and everything. So here's the deal, though. So it says, that's a good definition of bracelet. Let's base it on this. Socially transmitted patterns of action and expression. These days, is America not a society in its entirety? Now, you have subcultures, you have cultural groups, you have different religious beliefs, you have different backgrounds, ethnicities, and all of these things. But with us all being in this melting pot called America, right? Now, what's the motherfucking deal? Is it really cultural appropriation? So if, say if I was a white guy, y'all may not know, I'm a black man. I hate to shock you guys and I hate to surprise you. But say I was a white guy, and I grew up and I like rap music. right? Say I've listened to it all my life. You out here in Houston, y'all are familiar with Paul Wall, right? Would anybody say that Paul Wall is a cultural appropriator? You know, he was a white guy rapping with Swisher House, and he's doing all the grills and stuff now. You know, no, it's okay. But then if you had some type of Malibu's Most Wanted type guy, and he was listening to something and he enjoyed the music, and he's like, hey, I like that style. I like, you know, this, or I like that. Does that make you a cultural appropriator? You know? So you can explain to why your car. Roaming in the ride. You know what I'm saying? Riff-raff is terrible. Riff-raff, on the other hand. So here's my deal. Like, Paul Wall was actually with Swisher House, you know, when them niggas was rapping like that. Riff-raff came like a generation or two later and just ripped off that whole old style and then just did some stupid shit with the MTV and BET tell. He was like a whoever, whatever. But on the cool, Paul Wall's a real cool ass dude. Well, like I kick it with him or nothing like that. But when I was at U of H, we had a few passing throughs, and that's as much as I'm gonna say about that. That's when we used to have a little club downtown, and we used to go kick it before game day and shit. Fuck. We go to the club, and he would show love. It was super cool. But so no beef, and I'm not trying to single him out. I'm just using that as an example. When is it okay to do something that maybe you didn't grow up with, but maybe you feel like you've assimilated into the culture? We get upset with, like I say, certain people using certain fashions. Me personally, I have no problem with it. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't give a shit because we all appropriate from somewhere else, you know. And it's a term I see a lot on the black Twitter sphere. You know, I be on the black Twitter sometimes, and sometimes it's some crazy, sometimes it's some good shit. You gotta be in the right corner. You gotta be in the hotep side of black Twitter. But the rest of black Twitter hates the hoteps. But you know, they use these terms, cultural appropriation. Niggas love using that term too. But like all niggas love anime, right? All niggas love anime. Is that not cultural appropriation? Like, the Boondocks was drawn in a somewhat anime-ish style, correct? Is that not cultural? All niggas love the Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this not cultural appropriation? If you appreciate something from another culture, you start wearing anime shirts and doing Dragon Ball Z stuff, you start drawing like that, is that not cultural appropriation? Or is it only when you're wearing braids and you feel like, well, this is a white person or a Chinese person? You see the man, look, the Japanese, now look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not big on the whole cultural appropriation, but I think the Japanese be doing some cultural appropriation. They way over there in Japan, these motherfuckers got low riders. They dress, some of them dressing like cholos, some of them dressing like rappers. They dress like motherfuckers that ain't never, ever been over there. They are appropriating, okay? If you're around it here in America, I ain't gonna count it against you. But in Japan, I'm calling that shit appropriation like motherfuckers. So when they traded us anime, we gave them all the hood shit. I don't know why they want it, but hey, that's fine. You know, they gave us anime and PlayStations, and we gave them the ghetto. But, you know, I'm cracking jokes. Y'all know I'm talking shit, man. But there's a little bit of truth in jest, correct? So all I'm saying, Baker man, what's the motherfucking deal? Baylor, what's the motherfucking deal? Female pimp, you got my money. What's the motherfucking deal? They went back to the 90s and ran into the, yeah, man, I'm talking about, it's some crazy stuff going on over there in Japan, but I ain't mad at them. You know, they got their own little thing. They got some weird shit going on. But ultimately, I look at it as appreciation. If I'm rocking something that another culture is traditionally known for, then that means I admire something about that culture. You know, like, who cares? I remember there was a Asian woman or Asian girl who got mad and got a big promotion on one of these social medias because the white chick last year wore like I don't know what the fucking dress was called, but she wore it to prom. I think it was her, might have been another. She liked the fucking style of dress. People blew it up, made it a fucking big deal that she wore the dress. Like, who cares? Who fucking cares, right? If you enjoy it, That's what it's here for, especially, hey, we all culturally appropriated Al Gore. He built the internet. We're using it now, so we gotta, whatever Al Gore's culture is, I don't even know. We gotta thank that man. But again, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's a situation where people don't have shit else to complain about, because half the time the people who are complaining about cultural appropriation have not created a fucking thing for anybody's fucking culture. They just want to complain. Like, there's people who wake up every day and they look for something to be fucking upset about. Look, my time is too precious for that bullshit. Like, I don't have time to look for little nuance. I've been appropriated. I'm upset. I didn't make it. And the guy that did make it, I've never supported or bought anything he's done, but another culture is appreciating what he's done, and I don't like it. First world problems, exactly. And so that's my thing, man. That's my thing. I see somebody hitting the line, but the line ain't open yet. It's on the phone, so I don't have the phone connected. So when I open up the thing, we'll take it. Parks and Recreation, it was all right. I think I watched it a couple. Parks and Recreation is with old buddy with the mustache, ain't it? It's the little blonde chicken, old buddy, like the kind of, I guess you could say, kind of stoic guy with the mustache. If that is him, that's when you missed that. Go find it. Yeah, look, man, you got to get out there and go find that shit. What was his name? Like Ron or something? He was funny. Ron. No, I don't know if his name was Ron or I'm thinking about Ron Burgundy. But yeah, I like that guy off the show. The rest of it was kind of hit or miss. I think Aziz was on there too. I like Aziz. I'm sorry, but so to me, cultural appropriation is something that's blown out of proportion. But let's try to discuss what is American culture as a whole. Like I say, now that this has become a big melting pot, we're all kind of you all kind of come together and we form this country. What is American culture? Action movies, muscle cars, rap music, country music, pop music. What is American culture? It's a mixed bag. Okay. Rashida, the smoke. And that's the thing, I think the beauty of America is that whatever your cultural beliefs, whatever you like, you can go find your culture. I think the internet is culture. I think the den is a culture into itself. Bailey, go read a fucking book, man. You don't know. You in Sacramento. You don't know nothing about no goddamn gumbo. Y'all eating soup. Seafood soup over there. But again, man, my thing is, you say American culture is having inalienable rights, your basic rights of saying anything, living anywhere, and doing what you want. And man, they are trying to take that, aren't they? Have y'all seen this little beef between the gay Latino guy at Vox and Steven Crowder? That's very interesting. I don't think that Crowder said anything wrong. He addresses the guy the way he addresses himself, and he gets mad about it. Like, and is it okay now to call gays queers? Because the Q is in the thing, right? Like, queer used to be like a slang term, like a negative thing, I thought. But I was thinking about, like, they got the LGBTQIA PTV 3D 4X, I don't know. Chanel, how you doing? What's the motherfucking deal? So I'm wondering, is it okay? Because I don't understand. What is the difference? Well, now we're talking about culture. It is Pride Month, right? So let's talk about gay culture. Oh, they're going to kill the dead. They're going to shut this channel down. Queer. What is a queer? What is a queer? You know what I'm saying? Yes, they do. They call each other. Look. There's a gay hairdresser. A very popular gay hairdresser in Houston. And I've heard this gay guy call it, and it was questionable because it was like, maybe he's just really effeminate. You know what I'm saying? Migos is not the culture. Migos is the fucking, that's when what's the word I can't think of the word. Not the degradation of culture. There's no culture in Migos. It's trash. Q means question, not queer. Why are the queers all? That's queers are feminine. I don't know. Queers are the flamboyant. Man, and that's what I'm saying. So everybody, like, nobody knows. I don't think. I mean, there's so many different definitions. Again, I'm starting. Well, I'm not. But if there are gays, the gay people who enjoy the den, I try not to oppress anybody. Everybody is welcome. They just may not agree with a lot of things I say, but this is not an attack on anybody. I just don't understand. I like to be informed. I don't want to offend anybody too much. But yeah, queer. That's what I always thought. Queer. That's odd. That's queer. But they've adopted it into the thing. Because remember, I talked about that video where the black conservatives versus the black liberals, and I believe the guy was like the black gay guy who's a conservative. He was like, I'm just a gay guy. I'm not all that other LGBTQ stuff. And then the other gay guy who's a liberal gay guy called him privileged. Even though the dude came from a poor community, went to the army and made his way up. And, he's talking about, I guess he didn't care about the queers. Like, I don't understand what queers, like, questioning is it wondering if they, like, how do you, I mean, you kind of got to figure. See, they're trying to bring everybody in. They're trying to bring everybody in. They're not going to give you any room. They're not going to give you any leeway, Queer, a person of non-conforming values and actions opposed to social norms and expectations. The hairdresser is just slightly queer. No, he's gay, but he would call guys fags. I guess I'm assuming guys, but he would say fags all the time. So I thought it was okay. Like niggas be like, black folks, that nigga there. So is it like a gay thing? Like they can say fags, but nobody else is supposed to. It's like how niggas is supposed to work, I guess. But everybody's saying it, so I guess everybody can say that too, right? But it is what it is. So. See, look at that. Okay, look. Urban Dictionary says a historical derogatory term against people who are homosexual and an identity in which gay and lesbian, I don't know, they got the rest. I guess only so much gay and lesbian or whatever. Everybody's everything, apparently. That's why they got so many damn letters. Next thing you know, this you breathe if you get. Yeah, I don't like the fact that they try to put the label on straight people. Like, if that's the case, there's no cis nothing. That sounds terrible. That sounds like a disease. I'm just a man. I'm not cisgendered. Normal? It is what it is. But okay. But so let's talk about culture. I want to talk about cultural appropriation. I want to talk about your thoughts on that, if that's a thing, if that's something that impacts your life, if you feel like it is a thing or you feel like it's not a thing. I want to know your thoughts on that. I want to know how you identify your culture, how you would identify yourself if we were to talk about, if I was to ask you, what is your culture? Do you identify by your race? Do you identify by your community, your country, your religion? Yeah, Urban Dictionary, that's my go-to, man. Everything fucked up now. My go-to is Urban Dictionary. I don't trust nothing else, God damn it. So that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to figure out. I want to know, that's what I want to figure out. But before we get into that, give me just 1 minute. I'm gonna fill my cup up real quick. Cause like I said, I'm a little bit, I won't say dehydrated, a little dry, and it is a little warm in the den. So give me just a second. I'll put y'all on the whole screen for about 2 minutes, and I will be right back in 2 shakes of a Scotty's tail. But Scotty's tail actually shakes much faster than once a minute, so we'll figure all that out. I'll come on a better saying. I'll be right back. Oh man, I don't know why that's so fucking funny. Man, news ain't about that tranny life. That's hilarious. All right, as we get ready to get the line up, all the proper stuff here. Again, if you don't know, I'm your host, Ed Honcho, Ed Honcho HTX. You can catch all the proper social medias on Instagram and Twitter, Ed Honcho HTX. If you're enjoying the content, man, hit that like button, let YouTube know that you enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new and you're just tuning in. We do this live every night at 10 p.m. Central, Monday through Sunday, and 10 a.m. Central, Monday through Friday. All the proper social medias, again, I don't know why they're not showing up, but Den Show Live on everything, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can catch it Den Show Live at Gmail if you want to send an email. If you want to support the channel, you can make a one-time donation. Why is none of the fucking shit popping up? Shenanigans. All right, there we go. You need a one-time donation to streamlabs.com/The Den Show. And if you would like to make a monthly pledge to the channel, you can go to patreon.com/The Den Show. If you want to get some of that Den Show merch, and I gotta start adding hats to that store. But if you want to get you some of that, you can go to denshowshop.com. Get you one of those nifty Den Show t-shirts. They are so cool. All the ladies love it. You'll instantly get some action if you wear it, because the ladies are like, wow, that's made this better than Gucci. And T.I. won't chastise you for wearing it. If he does, you let me know. You have to see me about it. 833-284-3336 is the number. Feel free to call in. We're talking about culture tonight. What is culture? What does culture mean to you? How do you identify what is your culture? What annoys you? What is it? Something interesting that you may have learned about other people's cultures? Let me know what you guys think. And okay, hold on. We got a call coming in. Let's see what we got. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we got calling in to the Den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman, what's on your mind this evening, man? What you said you had a big announcement that was going to change the entire world. What you got for the people?
I'm gonna say that to the end, man. Let me talk about culture real quick, bro.
All right.
Okay. Well, Honcho, I think you kind of answered the question, man. It's about appreciation of culture appropriation. This is how I am. When it comes to people like when it comes to people like a Paul Wall, right,
mm-hmm.
or Tina Marie,
mm-hmm.
People who were not black, but they're inspired by black music. I wouldn't call that culture appropriation because they appreciate the music.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I am. You can wear what you want to wear. You can listen to. You can sing how you want, rap how you want. You appreciate it. You appreciate the art of the music, the style. You appreciate what you like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no problem with if you like something. I was talking today on my boy Instagram how much he loves Biggie. He is full-fledged white boy in California. Flippy head. Love Biggie. Damn near 1,000 Biggie songs. You white. But I can tell when I was even talking to him, he really loves Biggie. It don't sound like, no, I'm just a Biggie fan because I just want to be like everybody else. It sounds like he really cares about that. So it's all about appreciating something. I did a project and a paper over this. My thing is, it's you appreciate something. Like I say, you don't steal it. You don't become an Elvis. Elvis was cultural appropriation. He stole that shit. He had a black writer, never got no credit for any of Elvis's hits, and he took so many black hits, turned it into his own, and made money off of it. That's cultural appropriation. That's stealing from the culture, not appreciating it. But for a person who loves it, and then let's don't get twisted. Paul Wall comes from the hood, bro. So yeah, he white, but goddamn, he been through what everybody else has been through. While we poor black people, he was traded for our trash. Come on, man, that's pretty similar to me, nigga. He knows the deal, so I wouldn't call him a cultural appropriator. That's somebody different from Riff Raff. Riff Raff don't appreciate the culture. What is Riff Raff? He wearing all the chains and grills, and nigga look like he's from the '80s, bro. No one Riff Raff can rap. That's a cultural appropriation. you're not doing nothing. I thought you're more disrespected in the culture, and that's like how all rappers are. All rappers ain't like that. It's the rappers you see that are like that. It's not every rapper that's like that. But to answer the question, what is my culture, man? My culture is black people, bro. Let me tell you something, Honcho. Black people can get on my nerves. We do some stupid shit. We do a lot of things I don't like, and I think most black people don't like. But I love them. I love my people because I know I think our people are wonders. We're the smartest, strongest, brightest. We're the best at everything we do. We're the best in music. We're the best in sports. We're the best in dancing. We're the best in talent. When we put our effort to something, we can do it because black people are made from the background of hard work. I mean, from Africa, from slavery, from the civil rights movement. Black people are made for hard work. They were built for that. So the thing is, don't always believe what you see is that black people are lazy. Black people, man, it ain't true. It's what they show you. Black people are really strong, resilient people, man. We got to bring more of that out. Okay, that's my call, man. Now let me get to the news.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's guess. Let us guess. We should be able to guess. We got to guess. We got to guess. Let me guess what the news is.
What?
You got a little Roman on the way.
No. Don't do me like that, Honcho. Hell no. Oh, man, no. I'm always strapped up, bro. But the thing is, okay, this is the news. This is for South Indian people. You in here, man. Your boy Roman, he's leaving, man.
Where you going?
And the thing is, I'm leaving this country.
Oh.
Okay, let me explain you why, man. Okay, so my brother is in the Air Force, and he just got re-signed to London, and in Greenwich, London. So that's a city in London. And the thing is, he's moving us down there, man. And beautiful house, man. London's a lot cheaper than America, so we're gonna be living in London, man. That's where he's deployed. That's where he's staying, and that's where we're gonna be living for the next couple of years after his deployment is done. So that's that's about 3 years. 3 years I'm being in London, man. So I'm moving everything, man. So all I'm gonna say is the den in the south, man. I'm probably not gonna be as into it, be as I'm always there. I'm not gonna be on every sauce or every den, and I might be gone for a couple months, transition to moving, getting settled into the place, man. I don't know how the network is. I don't. I've never been to London, so new experience for me. A little scary, little upset, a little happy at the same time to see the world. So I don't know, man. But all I gotta say is this, man. I want to thank everybody, whoever, from Rambling Roman to Popcorn Roman, Scratchy Roman, man. Honcho, you for letting me, ramble and say all I say for 5, 6, 7 minutes, man. Little Wink, everybody, bro. I appreciate y'all for letting me just say my spit on soft and dead, man. So, I hate to say it, man. It's your boy Roman, man. I'm signing off for a little while, man.
Well, Roman, I gotta say this, man, before you clock out. I think that this is the best thing that could happen to you. Get out of the city. Have you been in the Houston area your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we talk about culture, and I think this is the perfect announcement to talk about culture because you're going to go embrace an entirely different culture. You're going to be listening to Skepta and Dizzy Mouse. You're going to be listening to that London rap. But the thing about it is, I think it's good for you, especially at such a young age, you being ahead of your curve as it is, to have these experiences, to see the world, to not just get caught up in one culture. There's niggas who have never, ever left the city. These niggas who ain't probably left the north side. You know what I'm saying? These niggas probably never left the south side. So for you to be able to go overseas and go international and see what it really is, hey, once you get settled in, the den will still be here. We would love for you to, call back and just report what you see and, kind of update us on, your experiences there and, tell us, what you see differently there than here. I think that you'll probably most likely get a better education out there than what you would around these parts. And so, hey, man, congratulations. And I wish you the smoothest of transitions. And I'm pretty sure the rest of the den folk would definitely, you know, we would definitely agree with that. They would definitely co-sign it.
Well, thank you, everybody, especially you, Honcho, for starting this show, both shows. But like I say, let me feel how I feel. I'm gonna listen to you. Don't want to make this sound wrong, but I love all y'all, man. I want to thank y'all, and this ain't the last time, but I'm gonna be gone for a little while, man. So I'm
Roman
gonna
gonna
talk to
call
y'all
back with an
later, man.
accent. He gonna have this is your boy Roman. Yes, I'm signing in from London. Chip chip cheerio. I'm
Oh
having a plate
man, no,
of
no, no, it
fish and
ain't gonna be
chips.
like that. Oh no, no, it's still gonna be Roman. I might be living in. I might sound different, nigga. I don't know, bro. So we'll see how it is, man. But I will check in with y'all when I'm settled, man.
Alrighty, man. It's good to hear from you, Roman. And like I say, we'll be looking forward to hearing from you as soon as you can.
I mean, anytime.
Alrighty. I was not expecting that. I probably would have never guessed that one. So that's what's up. Shout out to Roman. Roman has been a staple of the sauce in the den for a few months. Ever since we did, I think we had the sauce all stars or the all star game or something. Roman came in when he came to the sauce. He came in the game strong, man. So shout out to Roman. Yeah, Roman has definitely been through the niggas said Roman was calling from an aluminum house because they were talking about the phone. Roman has definitely been a staple of the conversation. So, well wishes to Roman. Hopefully he touches down in London, and don't dead name anybody because they'll get you over there for that nonsense. But yeah, you'll be right there. That's what look whenever the Texas Jag, that's what you're gonna get for your plugs on them tickets, man. Shit. Fuck all that. I ain't getting a hotel and be like, Roman, man, we gonna come crash at your house, man. We gonna have a watch party over there. It's going down. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, one thing I won't stand for is Shannon, I appreciate your presence in the den. I really do. I enjoy it. I enjoy some of the things you've shared with us. You had a very interesting call the other day. But I will not stand for your lies. I will not stand for your fabrications. I will not stand for your shenanigans by making these blatantly false statements, insinuating that Kansas City or Missouri barbecue is even remotely close to the quality of your average Texan barbecue. Okay, so all these falsities in which you're spreading, they must cease. This is fake news that you're putting out there. Will not accept that. Will not accept it. Okay. Look, I already know about you lady folks from the conversation last night, so I should expect nothing less. So we'll leave it at that. Pork. Pork. What are you talking about? One does good barbecue. One does top-notch barbecue. Okay. There you go, Rashid. We ain't listening to you. Niggas from Memphis can't even spell Memphis. Memphis, man. So they stole the drink. They wouldn't fuck with that drink, They had to get certified on that drink. It was Texas tea. They started calling it Memphis Mud. They had look 3-6 had to go get certified from UGK so they could talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? So we ain't even finna do all that, man. we gonna have a look, man. Look, that's what I'm saying. And again, if you are going to plan on being in attendance to the Vegas trip, I need y'all to reach out via whatever these social medias, email, whatever it is, because right now, so we can get the fine details on the location. We have a place planned. Want to make sure that it's copacetic for everyone as far as the accommodations. We're looking at one or two things. If it's not going to be a lot of people that end up showing up, then we may decide to go the Airbnb route and just get a nice size Airbnb with a pool. There's a couple of them I've been looking at. If it's going to be a decent amount of people showing up, then we have spoken to a hotel or two about some things. And so we just want to make sure the numbers and everything is appropriate for everyone. So y'all make sure to let me know if you intend on joining us for the Den Meet and Greet November 8th. Make sure that you get with your boy. Yes, Vegas, November 8th. the weekend of November 8th. November 8th through, well, I guess the 10th. The 10th will be Sunday. So, well, in New York, y'all don't be partying. Y'all just be making demands, asking questions, shit. Puerto Rico, oh, uptown, where you at? No, listen, look, I ain't come to this club to do a survey. I came to this motherfucker to have a good time, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? I came in this bitch to two-step and shit. Y'all asking questions, y'all doing a census in the club in New York. I ain't got time for that type of shit, man. What's really going on? The secret pizza place over there got arrested for cutting it. Like, hey, I don't even know about that. If the pizza good, shit, fuck it. But so that's why I say, you know, and right now I think we're about 7, 8 people have confirmed. So let us know. Let us know. You talking about that? We're gonna go there. They gonna block us like me, Mill. We're gonna have to holler racism. But like I say, we'll see how that works, because I got a couple ideas depending on which one it ends up being. Got some good plans, so we have to see. Oh, we didn't even know you left, female pimp. Ain't that interesting? So, let's talk about some things. Culture. So Roman called in, and he's going to be switching culture. He's going to go from this down south, this H-town. He's going to lose the southern drawl. Well, Roman don't really have that southern drawl, but he's going to have that southern vibe. He's going to go all the way over across the pond, and he's going to be in London. And he's going to be talking about Cheerio and fish and chips and God Save the Queen and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? All good, Miss Bell. We're going to catch you one way or another. So, but like I say, it's definitely going to, Roman will be good. Roman got a good vibe about himself. So he'll definitely meet some people. He'll meet some cool people. You know, so shout out to Roman. Vincent, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Always good to see you. So, but talking about culture. So Roman says that if you can wear what you want to, you can do what you want to, but it's not appropriation if you appreciate it. It's about having the appreciation. He says a guy like Riff Raff doesn't really appreciate it. He's just using it maybe to, get notoriety. So he feels like that is appropriation. I'd like to know some others' opinions, others' thoughts on that whole deal, how that works. I personally don't believe in cultural, but if you like the shit, do the shit you like. If you like it, you fucking with it for whatever reason. So do that shit. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, it's Belle. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Miss Bell. How are you doing?
I'm hanging there. We're doing one day at a time right now. Okay. I love this topic of cultural appropriation. What I'm wondering is being the white girl on the line, what, I don't have a problem with that. What I need to know is when it's culturally appropriate to say certain words and culturally not appropriate to say certain words. Now, there's a certain word I'll never say. Have no problem not saying it. Oh, yeah. I was brought up in an all-white house, and that was not a word that was ever used in our home. Ever. It's a derogatory term. So I find it very offensive no matter who says it across the board. Either here nor there. There's other things like, ratchet came to mind talking to my teenage daughter today. Different things that what's okay and what's not okay. When is it considered, one culture versus another? Is it the kids saying it or is it grown folks saying it? Because sometimes words that we use as older folks, the kids don't use today. I mean, a fag is not the same thing today as it was when I was growing up. It was considered a bunch of sticks. Now, it's a sexual term. Yeah. So, in that sense, culturally, our words have changed to what's appropriate and what's not. and there's a lot looser sense about what's technically okay and what's still really not okay. Some of the lines have gotten a little more gray. What do you think about it?
Man, I feel like everyone should be able to say everything. Now, with that being said, you know, you have to understand that there are certain people that are going to be upset or respond in a ignorant fashion to things. So you kind of have to, you have to feel the room. You have to read the room, if you know what I'm saying. So
Absolutely.
you know, some people are just not going to be keen on it. Like you said, like the terms like fags. So when when Roman goes across the pond and he starts talking about fags, and they're going to give him a cigarette. But you know, so it's
Or
going to be a
a
whole
bunch of
different.
twigs.
Yeah, so it's going to be a different deal. But my thing is this, man. In this day and age, like I talked about the other day when I talked about the little corner store incident, the dude he had no idea anything else to say when he called I'm assuming of some type of Indian or Middle Eastern descent. He called it was a white guy. And he was like, "Hey, you my nigga, man." And you know, and he seemed like he couldn't, you know, find another word. So that's when I started kind of just embracing the role of, hey, you know what? If you're not saying it in a fucking, if you're not trying to be demeaning and insulting, I think people know the connotation that people are using when they speak. I'm not really finna trip on that, you know.
The thing is, though, is some people get easily offended by that word, and some people are just, like you said, it's like if it's meant in a good context, it's okay. It's still not really okay, but it's okay. Now, the other thing is what does being a white person getting a pass mean? I've heard it said, I've been told I get a pass, but I don't get it.
Most people who I think that, especially if you're talking like black people giving white people a pass, they're referring to people like Miss Lady Licious. So, and again, you may, when you're in the company of friends and things, you may have a different demeanor about yourself, and so maybe people see something different about your personality or you know, something like that, and say, oh, you know, you cool people, you good. And so they may not hold certain things against you. And that's why I say it's a sketchy area, because if you're going to let some people say it, you might as well let everybody say it and figure it all out. So my thing
Go ahead.
no,
The one thing that I do is I still hold myself accountable anyway. I mean, I've been privileged with my husband to be in the African American community for the last 24 years. And so I look at that as a blessing to look at different types of culture, different from my own. And so it's a respect that I come in with. And I think that might be one of the reasons that I'm held a little bit differently.
Okay, and that could be the case, yeah, because you know, like you say, you have that association.
No, I don't pretend to be anything I'm not.
So I have a question, and
Sure.
it may be a bit vulgar. And this is not just to you, this is to everybody in the chat, because this is something I've noticed. Now, this is something I've always felt kind of weird. Like I said, I don't really have a problem with people using the word, and you know, usually generally the hard ER is a no-go. You know, they say the A versus the ER. I don't know your preferences if you watch adult documentary entertainment, porn.
Okay. I have in the past, yeah.
Oh, okay. So my thing is, I know there's a lot of people who like interracial porn, and I want to know I want to feel the chat. I already know what I think most of the black women are going to say, because they're not going to like what I'm finna say. But black guys, fellas, Negroes, niggas, how do y'all feel? And Miss Bell, or women too, how do y'all feel about the porns where it's interracial, white woman, black man, and it's all going fine and dandy, and out of nowhere she says, "Give me that nigger dick." How does that?
Okay, personally, I get offended at that crap. I wouldn't say that I'm completely vanilla, but to me, there's no reason to offend. You know, it just, there's certain, there are guys that probably appreciate that kind of language, and that's something that they carry in the bedroom, but they don't put it in the boardroom. And vice versa. Things that are said between consenting adults don't always go on the street. So, not my thing. You know, different strokes for different folks, pardon the expression, but that's the truth. I don't know. I mean, white guys got their stupid ass sayings too, so I mean, it just depends on the individual. I mean, and I'm sure culturally different ethnicities have their own kind of thing. I just never really thought too much about it, to tell you the honest truth.
Okay. That's I don't know why I was wondering about that. Like, I know some people,
It's a guy thing.
they get off on that. And then I got
it's a guy thing.
and then I got another question for you as a woman, and again,
Sure.
still on the vote, because now that I'm thinking about it, and this is for the chat too. What term do y'all use? So now my mind is wandering. Is it dick or is it cock? Because I see some people use cock. Some people love the term cock, and other people love the term dick. I refer to dick. This is my dick.
I will tell you this.
Okay.
The dick for when I'm in public, and the ladder for when I'm in private.
Okay.
It's, I mean, where they say freak in the sheets, angels in the streets.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean that changes you as a person, but it allows you to enjoy your partner.
Yes.
And that's between the two people. And it was kind of contrasting from what we were talking about the other night with dating versus courtship and long term. It all kind of comes about with that. When there's a pairing up in a partnership, that takes it a long way. But if it's a hit it and quit it, it's like, it's not always neat and clean. And when somebody's intention is honorable, two people can make a decision right up. But if neither one of them knows what they want, it takes a while to figure it out.
Okay.
But it's the same thing with the chemistry between two people, as far as what they'll say to each other, what they won't say to each other, what they like, what they don't like, all that stuff.
Oh, okay. I always just found that interesting. I don't know. It's just.
Well, I told you, I don't have a problem answering a question.
Okay, and I appreciate that. That's what makes
Sure.
it then so great. Okay.
Absolutely.
But as far as the terminology, like I say, I know a lot of people approach it much differently than I do. I guess I'm more laid back about it because everybody's saying it. You got, little Asian kids saying it, I probably Mexicans say nigga more than anybody I know. So I guess just being around it so much, you can only get so offended till you get to a point where you're like, man, okay, this person don't mean any harm. They're not trying to say it in a negative way, so I'm not tripping on any of that shit. But then, like I said, I know some people who are going to get, they're going to get inflamed every time, it's spoken.
I will say this, as far as growing up in the suburbs and the rural areas, it's not as profound. It's definitely more found in the city and the urban areas. It doesn't make it any less white in the suburban. You still have black farmers, you still have Hispanic farmers and all that. It's just that it's the more people culturally that you have together, the more that certain things will be said, and certain things, whether it's black or white or whatever, become prominent. If you're in an African-American community, hip-hop is pretty prominent. If you're in an Italian community, it's going to be Italian music, you know what I mean? So certain cultural vibes in language in general is going to be prominent that way. And as far as, like you were saying with dick and cock, dick is kind of socially polite. The other one's rather crass. And so it just depends if you're going to come across as just being a jerk, or you're going to be coming across as being rude. But again, it's cultural appropriate to the group that you're with. If it's my girlfriends, I might say one, and if it's somebody that I'm not familiar with, it might go a little more Disney.
No.
So it's just like you said, it's absolutely reading your audience and knowing who you can say what to, and not offend anybody or offend everybody. I mean, sometimes, hey, that works too.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just best to just offend everybody. Just get it in one swoop. Just knock everybody out at once. Let's get everybody mad.
I kind of think that that's what society has come down to with all the entitlement.
Yeah,
and that really is the definition of entitlement, is just offend everybody.
Yeah.
Because everybody's doing whatever the heck they want, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of healthy boundaries with certain things.
I agree.
But like I said, the language was really culturally, about being white and passing. I've always kind of like thought that was an interesting concept.
So I got a question for you. So what is your musical preference?
Everything.
Okay.
My dad, full-blooded Sicilian Italian, back in the 50s, used to hit the jazz clubs in Boston. My mom was country music, so my sister and I were hard rock, and it's everything and anything in between, from elevator music to, I just don't do like hard acid rock, and there's a type of rap that I'm not really keen on. But other than that, if it's got a good beat and it gets me through doing what I got to do, I love it.
Okay.
Classical's probably one of my favorites.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a big fan of classical music too. Definitely.
Yeah. It helps concentrate and just it can set a good tone for things. But jazz is probably one of my second favorites.
Okay. Who's one of your favorite, jazz artists?
Well, Winston Marsalis is kind of like my age group, but Coltrane is probably my favorite.
Oh, yeah, I like Coltrane.
Yeah. Definitely want to get to see a jazz fest in New Orleans pretty soon. They have one of the best ones. I think it's in July or August, and it's annual, and it's huge. It's dedicated to Louis Armstrong. The month and date might be wrong, but I know it's a Louis Armstrong jazz festival. So, but yeah, music can heal everything if you let it.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's kind of my thing for tonight. I'm in and out, dealing with some teenagers, but I'll watch. I definitely keep an eye on things.
Well, we appreciate that, Miss Bell.
I enjoy the group. I really do.
We enjoy you too. So thank you for calling in this evening.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Shout out to Miss Bell, man. I like Miss Bell. Miss Bell a cool cat. Essence? I don't know. Essence is something different. Motherfuckers be scamming. Motherfuckers. It was a lady. She hit a super lick. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but she was milking them for the Essence tickets. Oh shit, what's going on? Don't tell me it's doing the dilly dally. Don't tell me that. Don't do the damn dilly dally on me. Hold on. All right, I know what's going on. The then line, I guess it has to be coinciding with the phone being on for some reason. Give me just a second, because the phone died on me, so I'm trying to, let me boot this bitch back up. 'Cause obviously, I see it only does that when the phone is off, because I was trying to let it charge and shit. Need to put it into a better plug, though, I guess. Okay. All right. Let's see. It should be cooperating a bit better now. Take all the nonsense off. All right. So if you're trying to call in, you should hopefully it should work now if you call in. All right. Yeah, it's the fucking. I guess my phone got to be on while it does it. That's terrible. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's good, Honcho? It's prepaid.
Prepaid. What's on your mind this evening, man?
And man, I called in a Roman call. Man, Roman, we proud of you, bro. Go out and do your thing. Don't be scared of a little change, bro. Change is good. But Roman, I heard the back end of this whole riffraff thing, and you a young man, so you don't know this, bro, but riffraff is from the hood. He's from Acres Home, 4-4. So if anybody can wear a grill and can wear braids and shit, it's riffraff. And a lot of y'all don't know this because y'all look at riffraff, but he's just somebody trying to get on, or y'all seen that shit from MTV.
No.
This was riffraff growing up. See, Honcho, you probably remember this shit. They don't remember this shit. Riff Raff was signed to Swisher House first.
Oh, he was? Listen, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
He was signed to Swisher House first.
Okay.
He was linked up with OG Ron C.
Okay.
When I was coming up, Riff Raff used to come to our high school and shit and pass out his CDs. Used to be at Sharpstown, Greens Point. He actually used to work for TV Johnny. He used to promote, and that's how he got his grill and shit.
Okay.
So I understand because he's white and people just don't, they're not going to accept this shit. But literally, if you from the hood, you can't expect nobody to be no different than that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I've known him for a very long time. Now, he gets the label of a culture vulture, but Houston niggas let Drake come in this bitch, and he's literally the definition of a culture vulture.
Oh, man, what?
It don't get no worse than a Canadian nigga coming to Houston, claiming our shit.
Yeah.
He is so terrible. He's such a culture vulture. He didn't create a saying that don't even make no sense. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Yeah, man, that's when I was. Yeah, that's when I knew it was over with.
What? And let me say this, because a lot of y'all don't really understand Texas culture because y'all haven't really been here. But there's rules in Houston that certain things don't happen. I ain't never heard. I've heard plenty of people rap on June 27th.
Yeah.
They ain't never played that shit in none of our clubs.
Never.
They let a Canadian nigga play our shit, play that shit, and made the song more relevant. They made this song was more relevant than the original version of it, and that's the most disrespectful shit I've ever heard.
Man, let me tell you. And then they don't put November 18th on it. They ain't even give it a different name. Instead of June 26th, put another date on it.
No. And this is the crazy part about it. We are Houston is the biggest, we turn to our own city of culture vultures of just terrible niggas. Not only did he do that bullshit, he ain't even put nobody from Houston on the song.
Exactly.
That right there alone is the biggest slap in the face I've ever seen in my lifetime. And I'm going to say something else that really need to be said. You know, Jazz and James Prince Jr. just came into the game and pretty much everybody just bowed down to them niggas.
Yeah.
Them niggas is from Rosenberg and Richmond. They ain't grew up in Houston.
Yeah.
They daddy put all that work in. They didn't do none of that shit.
Yeah.
So how is Riff Raff, a nigga from Acres Home, who done been on the block and really earned that shit, a culture vulture, but the two Huxtables not? Then the Huxtable brought in Drake. So how does this work?
That's tough.
See, I disagree. When it comes to stuff like this is where I feel like we as black people get too caught up in skin color compared to the actual work that's being put in. Because there ain't no way possible you're gonna tell me Drake then put in more work than Paul Wall.
Hell no.
Ain't no way. And Paul Wall and Riff Raff grew up not too far from each other. Both niggas from Acres Home.
Yeah.
So how is that possible? You gonna tell me niggas who just magically moved to Houston, these plants and shit, who live in Houston and just go to the club and spend money, somehow or another they got more street cred than the chick magnet? Come on, man. There's no way.
Man, that shit is crazy.
There's no way. And you know what I'm saying, the reason why me and Honcho, you know what I'm saying, relate so much when it comes to music is because Houston ain't always had our music vibe. Our artists used to really come to the club and pass out their CDs. Every artist that y'all know from Houston and blew up used to come to the club and pass their CDs out. They used to sell. You used to see niggas really sell their mixtapes for $10. You would see them at CVS selling mixtapes. They used to say you're a dime sack too with the shit, but that's how music works. That's a part of the Houston culture.
Yeah.
That's why we're so passionate about our artists, because in our city you got to work double time to make it out. Because even though 2-3 million people live there, niggas don't really be supporting you like that. You got to really get out here and grind.
Yeah.
So I got more respect for a nigga like Riff Raff than a nigga like Drake.
Yeah. Hey, straight up. I guess
So, yeah, I'm just being real about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you look at it and how you interpret it. It is what it is. In fact, I'm gonna make you laugh. I remember Riff Raff. He had an album. He had a mixtape with Switch House, and this was a long time ago. It was called the Texas Tycoon.
Yeah.
The nigga was terrible as far as his rapping, because he do all that ballerific rap. So his shit was terrible. But I mean, it was Houston, because the white boy who grew up in the hood, and this what it, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It was authentic Houston music. So it was just crazy that
I don't expect Roman to know that shit because, you know what I'm saying? You know, we 10, 15 years older than Roman. He wouldn't know that shit. But from a culture standpoint, bro, I disagree completely. Now, I'm going to touch on something that's a little bit different with the word nigga. I use it on a daily basis. Around all my white partners, around whoever I'm with, in whatever set I'm in. That's just how I talk. I don't give a shit. But the word don't hold any weight for me. You know what I'm saying? I say, what's up, my nigga? Like I say, what's up, my friend or my partner or my colleague? What's up, my nigga? Like, if you my nigga, you my nigga. So I don't look at it that way. A lot of people feel like we own this word. If we own this word, we should be getting some dividends off of it. And we ain't making no money off of it. We don't own shit. So it don't hold no weight for me. Now, I'm not telling white people to say every nigga's a nigga, but my white partners is my niggas. So I don't really care about how nobody else view the word. The word don't hold no power over me neither. Truth be told, I wouldn't even get offended if somebody used the nigger word around me. I wouldn't give a shit. If you ain't stopping me from doing what I need to do to get where I'm going, I don't really give a shit about no word. Yeah. I got way too more important shit going on in my life. So that's just me. But I will say that I believe the word nigga is a part of our culture. That's how we greet each other. What's up, my nigga? So I don't really see what's the big problem with it. And if you got white partners, I know they're your niggas because them your partners. I don't really know the difference of it. I don't get it. No. So that's just how I view culture. Now, Miss Shannon, you are a beautiful person on the inside. Baby, you ain't never been to Texas? You ain't never been to Texas. Talking about y'all got the best barbecue. Until you come out here and enjoy some of this barbecue, you can't tell me nothing. See, I'm well traveled. I've been there before. You can't tell me about something you ain't never had. I guarantee you, at one time in your life, you thought a sirloin was the greatest cut of meat. And then you sat down and had that, you know what I'm saying, that 7-ounce filet and it just melted in your mouth. See the difference? You got to get out here and get some of that filet, baby. You up to eating that skirt steak, man. That ain't about shit. Y'all don't know how to smoke no meat. Y'all don't have no premium cuts of meat. All y'all shit is shipped to y'all. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is y'all ain't on shit. Memphis ain't fucking with no Texas barbecue, man. Stop that shit. The people been stealing us from the beginning of time.
You heard me.
You know what Memphis got better than Texas, Honcho?
That's tough. I don't know.
They got better blues music, and the only reason because we ain't tried that, we ain't tried to make none of it because if we did, we'd have beat them in that too. Sorry ass Memphis. I've heard enough Memphis. And I got family that I'm not saying that Memphis barbecue is nasty. I'm just saying they ain't fucking with us. That's all. We know the shit we good at. No. We ain't finna tell nigga from Cali we got the best surfers because we know we ain't got the best of that shit. No. Come on, man. Stop that. Y'all be blessed. Don't eat too much of that Memphis and Missouri barbecue will kill you. Y'all be good.
Already prepaid. Is y'all gonna represent for your hood? Are y'all gonna defend those statements? Are y'all gonna debunk those statements? Where y'all at Tennessee? Where y'all at Missouri? Tennessee. I don't even want to talk about Titans. So what y'all gonna do? So culture. Look, who is that? Tina dipped in and dipped out. She's like, nah, I'm cool on that tonight. I ain't finna get into that conversation tonight. So, very interesting. Very interesting. My deal is this. God damn it, these things don't last. Okay, there we go. My deal is this, though. And I'm in agreement. Because I talk about, my thing is you can name, call, do all that shit. I'm not for them. We done had all kind of people call in and say certain things. And a caller, I told him to send me the link because I forgot what video that was. If y'all didn't catch it last night, when a random call came in, it was just somebody saying something, and you're like, wow, what the hell was that? That was a reference from the Chicago mic call. Now, prepaid and Chicago are two different mics, okay? But that was a part of the Chicago mic call. And then So some of y'all, if y'all might not have caught that, a lot of y'all might not have understood where that was coming from. And so I think a lot of people were just like, huh, what the fuck was that? But that shit was hilarious. I thought they was gonna play more of the call. But that shit had me fucking dying. That shit had me dying. Oh man. That shit was so funny yesterday. I was like, damn, I forgot what video it was. I have no idea which one it was. But that shit was great to me. That shit was great. So, culture. We were discussing this, you know, what holds weight, what doesn't. It was a politics one? Okay. Appreciate that, DeMarkey. My thing is this, right? First, let me break somebody off something. Oh, with the elephant, the donkey thumbnail? Okay, cool. All right. I completely forgot. I'm gonna bring that back. And we're gonna have a whole discussion off that because I have something I want to talk about. So I'm glad. Thank you for that, DeMarkey. I'm gonna call you DeMarcus for the rest of the night. All right, Miss Keisha, appreciate you coming through. Get you some rest. But shit, you see that they still collecting checks for that. They eating off Drake. That's why. See, that's why you gotta understand why Drake can say and do certain things to certain artists. You know what I'm saying? And that other rappers would not even dare to get it because he has a certain backing because they eating off that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So shit, yeah. That's why he come to Houston with that whole Houston Appreciation Week. You know, even though them little sauce niggas was on his ass for some shit because they was talking about. But that's true though. What you said though about he ain't putting nobody from Houston on. He tried to steal a little sauce, you know, steal a little dance or whatever. Well, he'll quote all their lines and all that shit. You know, that type of stuff. I want to say he did something. I want to say he was on a song with Bun. I can't remember. But as far as all that, that's why he loved. That's why he fucking loves Houston, because this is what put him on, you know. First it was Houston, then it was Atlanta, then it was out there. Like you said, that whole Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Man, how many times y'all heard, let's be honest, when Drake dropped them first couple of albums, when did you ever hear him talk about Toronto or the Six or anything? He didn't do none of that. He didn't start talking about Toronto until he was good and on. Then he started talking about Canada, you know. Drake didn't really start repping Canada until Tory Lanez was kind of getting on in Canada and niggas was fucking with Tory Lanez. And he made it cool. So then he started, you know, kind of started doing that Canadian shit. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And Chameleon is underrated. You know, I know a lot of niggas ain't like Chameleon because he was on some trying to give some niggas some legit game. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of niggas ain't want to fuck Chameleon, man. Chameleon was cool. To me, Chameleon was Wayne before Wayne was Wayne. And what I'm saying about that is when Wayne started coming with them punchlines super tough, when he was on that squad shit, like Chameleon had already been doing that for a few years. You know what I'm saying? Chameleon had already been, you know, he already had them kind of bars. And then, you know, you seen kind of Wayne like had that style and then kind of elevate that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Chameleon had been putting work for a long time. And that nigga used to just have some bars that you'd just be like, what? What did this nigga just say? That nigga Chameleon was the truth, man. They, you know, niggas was hating him because he just wasn't preaching all that, you know, gang banging, thugging ass shit. He wasn't on none of that shit, you know. But he was about his money, and you see right now, Chameleon, shit. Chameleon got his money right. Because he wasn't talking about dope. He wasn't talking about really sipping no drink. He'll tell you I don't fuck with no drink. And when that nigga said I'm finna change my name from Chameleon to the Chameleonaire, that was it. Nigga. After he's bad, that nigga wasn't lying. That nigga changed the game. Chameleon was the first nigga to really change that ringtone game. With that Riding Dirty, was it Riding Dirty was the one? And then he had that other one he did. I remember he had a little song with Flip or whatever. But man, exactly. That man, I'm telling you, y'all niggas was sleeping on Chameleon. You know what I'm saying? Paul had his little way. You know, that was cool. I like Paul like some of that shit. Paul used to have them little lines that he'd have always, you know, I could catch more bobbers. He said I could catch bobbers if I. He'd always have I could catch bobbers if I did this or that. But you know what you were saying about riffraff and that crazy shit. But that used to be that H-Town style before the world got so connected via the internet. Niggas used to say some off the wall shit. Who was that said that? ESG shooting dice with Donald Trump, Bill Gates, and Ed McMahon. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas used to say some shit. Like niggas used to just say some off the wall crazy shit, man. Yeah, Chameleon is cool, and that nigga, he ain't got it. He don't have to rap another verse if he don't want to. That Chameleon is Gucci. I fuck with Chameleon. His mindset was always right from the jump. He was a very intelligent little dude. But you know, it is what it is. ESG was super. No, I won't say ESG was slept on. You know, ESG was the real freestyle king. Him and Flip. Remember when him and Flip had that little beef going? So it was so much ice on my arm, make my body go numb. That nigga, man, like that. That's what you was remember. My favorite H-Town nigga that got, I won't say slept on. I think niggas from the city, they Podina was always my favorite. Podina was always one of my favorite. Like I argue with niggas to this day. Actually, going back to talking about June 27th, niggas will argue about who had the hardest verse. Everybody say Youngster. Youngster verse was fly. It had some old fly shit. Podina had the hardest verse on that hoe. I don't care what nobody say. Youngster verse was fly because it had all like the little, you know, the little quotables and shit like that. But Podina had the hardest verse on that bitch. Like niggas was sleeping. I argue with niggas still about that shit. Nah, you tripping, that nigga. Yeah, Youngster wrecked that hoe. Yeah, Youngster wrecked that hoe, man. You know, he went hard on that bitch. But but it used to be when he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Zero, I fuck with Zero. I like Zero. Zero go hard. Zero been going hard out the gate. You know, I'm glad Zero finally kind of got, you know, because he was just like, I had to stop fucking with depressed Zero, but Zero went hard. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna knock him. Zero always went hard. Like Zero is still very talented. You know what I'm saying? He just had a different mentality. And I think his mentality hindered him from really getting on out the gate. You know what I'm saying? But then once he kind of got his program together, Zero was straight. Zero was Gucci. Big Steve, man. So like I said, it was a bunch of motherfuckers, man. It's like I say, that dope will do you. Man, look, we going into some old shit. We might have to have another throwback day soon, because I'm thinking about some things. I'm finna go way. Yeah, that killed me. Yeah, that killed me, man. ABN went fed. Gorilla Mob went fed. Yeah, man, you ain't lying. Yeah, you're gonna be into that grime. It's a couple of. You gotta understand, like, that grime shit is cool. But the thing about it, like, that shit is so, that's some shit they would play on Nickelodeon over here. Like, so it's hard over there in London, like, that shit is hard for them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas is hard, like, that grime shit in London is hard to them, but over here, we like, okay, what is this cartoon shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. They got a couple of artists, though, that they got a little something, it's just a different energy, you know what I'm saying? So, Cardi from the strip club, they put Cardi on. But let's talk about that. How is it, you know, why is it now that the culture, let's say culture in rap music, the culture is now, it seems like the women are dominating, they're promoting the most hoish of activities. And why do people embrace it? Man, Fat Pat would have been the nigga that put, like Fat Pat, right, man, that shit was a shocker too, because Fat Pat was gonna be that nigga. And like I say, a lot of niggas, all them niggas from H-Town, they can't rap. Fat Pat could rap. Hawk had bars, nigga. Hawk had tremendous wordplay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what niggas did not. Hawk had tremendous wordplay. That's why, man, that, again, yeah, Those was some tough time, man. Hawk had them bars, man. So more profitable and more money to be a whole other thought. So who's supporting that? Because it ain't men supporting that. Who's supporting that? Why do women think that's the thing to push to the forefront? Is that part of this women's empowerment movement? Is that what's going on now? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Top Drop is a class. That shit is timeless. Heart of a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to know who you are when you're a superstar. Man, chilling with my broad. I was thinking about that. I was jamming that shit the other day. You know what I'm saying? A woman ain't rapped about female empowerment since Queen Latifah. But that's what I'm saying. So now, and this is where they're confusing the youth, female empowerment is selling your pussy nowadays. That's basically what they're promoting. You know what I'm saying? That's like, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Most slept on female rapper though was Mia X. Y'all don't know about that. They ain't want to give Mia X her props because she wasn't dressing all slutty and she wasn't the ideal size to be marketed as such. But Mia X was the motherfucking hardest. Like fucking Mia X was hard. That on that Hot Boys and Girls shit. I have yet to hear City Girls. I've heard about City Girls, have never listened to City Girls. Ain't one of them in jail, I think, ain't it? Ain't one of the City Girls in jail? Or is the City Girls, are they those twins that got that nigga who was dead or whatever? Are they the same ones, or is that somebody different? Because I know there was like these two twins. They was basically out there hoeing, and then one of them took a dead nigga fucking card and was running wild with that shit. Nigga was going off fentanyl and cocaine or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they from Miami. I'm like I said, I'm telling you, I don't keep up with the shit. I catch bits and pieces and just try to put the stories together. I really don't be getting into that shit, man. But who's spending that money though? Who's spending that money? Because it ain't niggas. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know who supports that type of shit? You know who supports the Nicki Minaj's, the City Girls, the fucking Cardi B's of the world, the Megan. It's hoes and LGBTs. Okay, they're scamming models. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, that's what's done. Okay. Yeah, that shit there wild. Well, I should promote that shit. These motherfuckers dress crazy and colorful, and you know who else does that? Only people who dress crazy and colorful are attention-seeking individuals who just wild colors that don't even match. You know what I'm saying? So that's the people who promote that shit. Oh, and Kamala Harris. So yeah. But again, that shit is shenanigans and nonsense. Ain't no niggas going to them concerts. You know, Maribel, what's the motherfucking deal? Kaya, who is that? That was my neck. I think she got a little YouTube channel where she be talking crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Kaya was, you know, the song did well. You know, there's some nasty ass niggas out there who be with that shit. I'm not saying, you know, don't do things with your old lady. However you get down is how you get down. Kaya just wasn't the most physically attractive. But I was looking at some shit, man. You know what? We talk about some wild shit, but you know who was the real freak back in the Gap? Fucking Adina Howard. That's who was slept on. Hard for you, ain't lying. She been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to call experienced. Adina Howard was shit. You know, that's crazy stuff. Freak like me, t-shirt and panties. Oh man, look, Jack. Adina, I don't know what she looking like now, but she might still get it. But culture, yeah. Now we have a culture of sexual empowerment. We have a culture of embracing sexuality. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I don't think that is necessarily that something that you have to put out on Front Street. And people want attention and they feel like they deserve some type of treatment because of their sexuality or how much of a freak they are. Well, it's okay. It's okay. If you want to be a hoe, man, like I say all the time, man, hey, I love ladies. I like hoes. I hate bitches. And there is nothing wrong with that. But the problem about it is people want to be put on a pedestal for being a hoe. It's just not going to happen. There's tiers to this. You know, I know these tiers memes that have been floating around. There's tiers to this. You know, ladies are top tier. Hoes are middle tier. Bitches is bottom tier. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you on that, crap. But you know, to them, it's this. This is my freedom. I'm embracing my womanhood by fucking this whole block full of niggas and making them pay me for it. But I'm a lady, bitch. You got it all twisted. You got it all confused. I agree. Itsy Zaza, I agree. And there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that are disgraceful, but they're promoting it. People are promoting it, pushing it to the forefront. Like I'm telling y'all, man. Look, I'm like, I got like this far. I got maybe. I think I got maybe 10 more times I can see a bitch twerk, and then I'm done. It better be some outstanding shit because it's just to the point now where it's like, is this really all you got? The fucking graduation twerking shit is really what took the cake for me. Like, do you not know how to respond in any other fashion besides shaking your ass? Like, do you not? Is that all it is? Like, I'm done with it. You know, hey, we in the bedroom, it is your old lady, whatever. Hey, yeah, be my personal stripper, do all that wild shit. But when you out here doing it for everybody, every time that ass clap, it loses value. You know what I'm saying? That's all she do is twerk. I don't even know what that bitch look like, honestly. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. And so I hear the stuff, I hear stories about them. And, oh, you did one? I'm gonna have to check that out. Like I said, I fuck with Tommy off and on because, like I said, I still have my, like I said, because my deal with Tommy was the way he went all in on that bitch he had the little car accident with, but you would be beefing with fucking Tariq Nasheed for a whole year, and then that nigga ran up on you, you know, and then like shit, that was it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, now you let that nigga run up on you, you holding the wrestling championship belt. Chill out, dog. Chill out, man. You chill out, man. Stop that shit, man. You too grown for that, man. Like, nah, go ahead. You know, Vlad hit that nigga with the okie doke. And culture. Let's talk about DJ Vlad, right? Have y'all ever heard anything DJ Vlad has ever put out? Like, have you ever heard of him DJing? You know what I mean? Like, has anybody ever heard DJ Vlad DJ anything? He ain't even done a DJ count. Just put a bunch of other niggas on some shit and fucking, like, he ain't never done none of that. He ain't even do it like in anybody. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Honcho, I gotta talk to you about this, bro, because it blew my mind. So, Tommy a good nigga. He's straight, but he go too far. Like, I ain't got no beef. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he tell a lot of truth. The problem is that I feel like I don't have a problem him going in on black women. I ain't got no beef with that because I feel like as a black man, if that's your platform, that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do that shit because I ain't tripping on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here's the thing with him. I think that because Tommy is so fucking dark, that they just don't allow that shit. Like, he too fucking black to be talking bad about black women. Like, they be in his comments fucking over him, bro. Man, but I'm gonna tell you something he did that really had me laughing. Yeah. What's that nigga name who be making all them black women empowerment videos? Talking about some girl, you ain't gotta. What's Jackson. That nigga name? Derek Jackson. Okay. So Tommy, he did a live stream one time. This was a while back, and this shit tickled me so hard. And he was like, you know, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep telling these single black mothers they ain't got to change. And in reality, they do gotta change because ain't nobody want to fuck with them. Because ain't nobody can be with them. And then one girl was like, well, shit, that ain't what Derek Jackson said. He said, y'all listen to a nigga who got 2 kids by 2 white women?
Don't tell
and then I was like, no. I said, no, this nigga lying. Bro,
man, don't tell him
they
that.
really, he pulled that, that nigga got 2 kids by 2 white women.
Yeah.
He damn near worse than the poverty pimps.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was trying to tell somebody that the other day. Derek Jackson selling y'all eating it up. One is, why you don't ever see this nigga in the house? Why this nigga always in the car? And you know, this nigga talk all this shit, you know, that he says about women, but you don't ever see him with any. You know,
his mayonnaise, madame ain't finna let him be in the house talking that black woman empowerment bullshit. His milk and magnesia, so you better take your ass to that car and make that video. What the fuck wrong with you?
Straight up.
Bro, I had, and here's my thing, Honcho. You know me, I love all women. Like, listen, you get you a bad white girl, look, bro, go and get you a Topanga. I ain't mad at you, my nigga. Do your thing. But fam, you can't be talking all this black is beautiful bullshit, and you ain't even fucking with black women. You gotta stop that shit, dog.
Well, exactly.
Like this some of the work. I was like, Brady, you know, they was on Tommy ass so hard, and he was doing a live stream.
Yeah.
Man, black women was on him so hard. I was like, bro, I know Tommy sending shit just out of hate.
Yeah.
They posted. I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
See, and the thing about it is that once again, you know, when we go back to the representation versus results, a nigga like Derek Jackson, because of what he represents, he gonna get all the love. He gonna get all the views. They gonna send him money. They gonna make sure he gonna be a multi-millionaire the rest of his life. That nigga don't fuck with y'all at all. I had no idea. Like, yeah, he don't fuck with them at all, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, if you had a white baby mama and then let's say it didn't work out, I'm cool with that. I feel like most marriages blossom and die. It is what it is. You know, 70% divorce rate in America. It is what it is. I ain't really tripping on that. But then you went and back there and got you another one? Or you just living in that snow? You just out here, just on the mountain, just in that snow all goddamn time? Nah, bro. I can't. Listen, I don't watch nigga videos, but I ain't for letting nobody around me watch nigga videos. Man, turn that nigga off, man.
Yeah,
turn that nigga off, man.
I tried to tell him, man, but they look, trust me, because he's saying stuff that make him feel good. You know, they gonna listen because he takes away your responsibility for your actions. That's what he makes it. What everything you did is not your fault. You know, it ain't your fault. This and this and this happened. But why don't you talk about what happened with you? What happened with your situation? So it wasn't your chick's fault. What you did, so you must have fucked up. You know, but again, you know, people want what makes them feel good. They don't care where it's coming from. They don't care what it's really about. They don't. Like you said, representation versus results, man.
Man, to me, it's mind-boggling because it just seems like, how do we let a motherfucker make a career out of this shit and create a fake black women empowerment movement and shit, and this nigga don't even like black women? I ain't never heard no shit like this. Is some of the wildest shit ever. I mean, I ain't never heard of a nigga had a YouTube channel by eating hot wings. Nigga ain't never ate no fucking wings. He just be going around. He just be outside of Wingstop watching people eat or something. Like, nigga, you can't make no career out of that shit. This is some wild black women. I don't know how y'all got do by this nigga. This a Milli Vanilli ass nigga. Y'all let this nigga trick y'all? I mean, the nigga tricked me too. So I guess I'm in the same boat with y'all. But I don't support the nigga. I guess it's different. Jesus, man, that's crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something else that's crazy, Honcho. I just found this out.
What's that?
You know the little rapper? His name Logic.
Yeah. Oh man,
he black. You know that?
Is he? Man, look, it's hard for me to buy that one. I know a lot of people have told me that. A lot of people say Logic is black. I don't see it. I'm just like, I need a background check. I need to see some evidence. You want to know the crazy part though, Honcho? He got the worst genetic. He got the worst genes I've ever seen in my life. Oh yeah. That nigga's black and then get a single black. He's the worst black person I've ever seen. It's the worst genetic he got. It's the worst I've ever seen, bro. Because he's definitely a nigga. He don't have nothing from. I mean, his people. You can look at his parents and tell he black. Yeah. He got the worst genes ever. I said, this is some sad shit here. Because I couldn't believe the shit. I just couldn't believe it. Yeah. That's wild. That's, whew. Hey, ain't nothing worse than being a nigga and can't identify with the niggas. That's rough. Yeah. That's, yeah. So, Logic real name might be Dan or something, bro. You never know. That's how I want to leave with you, Honcho. Yeah, fuck with me, bro. Already prepaid, baby.
All right.
Yeah, man, y'all wasn't trying to let my boy Dan make it. Y'all was giving my boy Dan a hard time, man. Dan had to show y'all. That's a bit, Miss Gloria. I definitely just hit me up. I definitely, like I said, I appreciate all suggestions and all topics. I definitely will check that out. So I appreciate that. But yeah, that's my thing about Derek Jackson. It's like, and it's not about the kids. It ain't got nothing to do with the kids. It's about the preference that he want in a woman. So if he's telling all you women do this, and this, but in reality, he don't give a fuck about y'all. He ain't trying to have no kids with none of y'all. He's going for something completely different. Is that not misrepresentation? Is that not falsifying himself? That's what I'm saying. It may feel good what he's saying, but you gotta really look at what it is. You know what I'm saying? That nigga don't give a fuck. He knows. It's the same thing as some of these preachers out here who know if I say these certain things, you know, these certain people are going to give me money. They don't believe what they're saying, but they'll say it. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing about it, that's what Derek Jackson is doing. He's saying a bunch of shit. I don't think he believes anything he says. You know? I don't believe, he does not believe anything he says. But he knows where's his black wife at? Send me, look, hit my line. You know what I'm saying? Hit my line. Tommy, like I said, I got my issues with Tommy too. I'm still waiting on that documentary. That shit was supposed to come out like 4 years ago. Fatherless America. You know what I'm saying? So, Sir Bryson Hall. Oh, that's Sir Robert Bryson Hall. Interesting. But my Google broke. My Googler don't work. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to send me the info. I'm gonna pull that shit up. I'm finna look right now. Oh shit. That's one of the first things that fucking come up. I don't know what's going on with that. When this happened, let me see. Oh, this must be some new shit then. But we ain't even talking about his wife. We talking about the damn kids, goddamn. You still talking about the wife. We talking about the damn kids shit. Oh, stop. They didn't put this boy Derek Jackson. They said they didn't put a picture of Carlton. They said Derek Jackson and his baby mamas. That's tough, man. That's tough. They doing that boy bad. See, oh yeah, man, look. This nigga, I'm looking at some of these shirts this nigga said. This nigga is pandering. Pimping and he pandering. I ain't even mad at him. You know, do what you gotta do. You gotta find your way in this world to win. Did this nigga post a picture of somebody breastfeeding? What the fuck? This nigga got oh, that's that nigga. That's tough shit, man. And like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you like it, I love it, but nah, pimp. I'm cool on that. I don't know, some people, I don't know, I'm looking at this, folks talk about these text messages from this nigga. I don't know, these might be some fake messages though. This nigga, that's some real shit, it's over with. Very interesting stuff going on over here. Anywho, this is wild. This is wild. So, but I mean, hey, if it make you feel good, you know, some people like crack make them feel good. They rocking with it. But hey, nobody respects black women more than I do. Okay. Oh yeah, this nigga pandering like a motherfucker, man. I'm just looking at some of this shit that he got out here, and these shirts and shit. Like he's playing straight to the emotions. I ain't mad at him though. If you eating, hey, do your thug thing, man. If it works for you. All right, so there's that. So they got a video of a chick who says she knows since high school. Said he never liked black women. Oh, so he married one to get it. Man, that's I started one. I gotta put the rest of the songs that I put in the Facebook group. I started it's a Spotify post. So if you got songs you want to put on there, I'm gonna add all the songs on there. Nah, ain't quite. I'm just looking. I'm like, that's tough, man. Yeah, they blue-eyed and all that other stuff. I mean, hey, maybe he went and got a Creole or something. I don't know. But shit, he might not be wanting to get exposed. He might be out there trying to get all that shit taken down. You just never know. But again, like I say, to me, you can tell the motherfucker when they pander and they trying to sell you something. That's the instant. The first time I ever heard anything that nigga ever said, I'm like, wow, this nigga selling tickets and they buying. This nigga selling to a sold out show. Because I can guarantee oh yeah, they look. I want to know. I know a lot of women love what he's talking about, but has a woman ever used Derrick Jackson's advice and it worked and got them into a long-term or permanent relationship? Excellent points. Man, no. What Derrick Jackson does, he alleviates people of their responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? And from the shit that I've heard from him, I don't agree. Because you can't, look, there's a lot of women with a lot of flaws, and this nigga telling you, the nigga should take you with all your problems, and man, good luck with that. That'll make you feel good. Yeah, a real man gonna accept me with all my problems and everything. That sounds really good. That sounds glorious. That sounds like, hey, you gonna win the lotto tomorrow. But how has that worked out for you? And most women that he's pandering to, again, look at the demographic, look at the statistics that go with it. And if I tell you some of the shit that makes you feel good about your situation, are you not gonna want to continue to come back and rock with what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm talking about. I was gonna go to pimp. That's all I'm here. If you like it. Mind of Jamal. No, I'm not familiar with that. Who is that? But here's my thing though, is here's my thing, right? We was talking about Tommy. Like I said, Tommy is cool. He says a lot of shit that motherfuckers don't like, but there's a lot of truth into it. Like P-Pay said, yeah, he can take it too far. He can go all in. You can tell some black women in the past and done him bad, and so he has scars, but he has some behaviors to me that are kind of feminine, the way he responds to certain things. But I cannot deny that the nigga is funny. Like, that nigga is funny. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, Tommy wanna be that way. But yeah, that's my deal. Like I say, I really stopped rocking with Tommy consistently whenever, like I say, he had that little accident with the black chicken. Oh, my car costs more than your house, and you bitch, you broke it. You look just like the motherfucking females that you arguing with. I was waiting for the nigga to start doing the clap. They started doing all that shit. I was like, God damn, this nigga here is tripping. But then when Tariq ran up on his ass, he was just, nah, man, chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is the shit that Derrick Jackson, a real man, gonna take you with all your problems. Instead of telling you, hey, the likelihood of you finding a man will increase significantly if you work on all your problems, if you work on your personal problems, you know what I'm saying? If you fix the issues that you have instead of trying to carry them into another relationship, instead of putting those things on another man, guess what? You're gonna avoid putting those problems on him. He's not gonna feel a certain way about you. You're not gonna, again, shit, men get frustrated and annoyed too. So, like, this is the mentality of a lot of women is that, oh, the man should just take on all the burdens that, you know, I bring. That's his job. He's a man. He got to deal with all that. When in reality, if you alleviate those burdens before getting into a relationship, your relationship will be 50 times better. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem is a lot of women go from relationship to relationship and carrying the burdens of the past. And then, you know, you wondering why the situation, the outcome is always the same. But instead of saying, hey, you know, let me fix this situation before I get into it with this next dude. And he treats me just like all the rest of them. But it's not like that. It's like, well, Derek Jackson told me this. So it's all these niggas responding to me the same way because they all the same. But you don't realize you're bringing the same energy to each and every relationship. You know what I mean? And that's the case. And I'm not going to tell you because it ain't going to benefit me no how. I'm in a relationship. I'm not tripping on it. I ain't trying to pander to nobody about no nothing. You know, all I'm saying is I want the best outcome for everybody. And lying to people is not going to get it to them. You know, it's not going to, you know, it's not going to get you there. I'm going to give you some real advice that's going to translate into success for you. And if you fix those problems, if you fix those issues and you work on yourself, now you go from a small group of men who might rock with you if you're looking for a man or whatever. And this works for fellas too. If you're dealing with issues, you may have a small group of women who will rock with you, you know, to when you fix those problems, if it's personal issues, physical issues, financial issues, whatever it is, now your pool opens up. You know what I'm saying? Now the pool opens up and you have more opportunity. Then you open yourself up to better partners, a better life overall, you know, and then, like I said, you'll see more success in everything that you achieve when you alleviate some of those burdens that you carry with you. But instead of saying, you know, and you got to understand what that means. It's like a nigga telling you to keep the problems that you have. You know, man got to deal with your problem. Most men are not therapists. You know, most men ain't gonna want to do all that shit. Yeah, they gonna love you and do all these other things, but eventually, when you blaming them for shit some nigga did 15 years ago, nigga's not gonna want to deal with that. He don't know that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to deal with those problems. He's gonna be like, okay, well, when you gonna grow up and get over it? But, you know, again, this is a different kind of logic. Again, it can make you feel good. Hey, you know, the reason why this didn't work, this nigga don't know you. You could be one of these crazy bitches. You could be a crazy bitch and he telling you everything that you're doing is right. You could have stabbed 3 niggas before because you thought something was in their phone. There wasn't nothing there. You know what I mean? You could be one of them crazy stalking bitches, following niggas around and all this shit and being like, you know, make sure that nigga go to work, making sure this nigga go here, here, and here, and then getting right back to the house right before he come home. And he don't know that you cuckoo, but he telling you everything that you're doing is all right, encouraging these behaviors that are ruining your affairs, you know. No, I'm talking about Derek Jackson. I don't know. I'm not sure that Jamal. I've never heard of that motherfucker. But then, like you say, you see people who see other people having a platform and they winning, and I don't have no tattoos. What you talking about? And you see people doing something like, so like maybe that Jamal guy, he sees what Tommy's doing, so well, let me just amp it up. And man, that is not the lane. Like, to me, I'm not going to sit here. Do I think that there are a lot of issues? There's a lot of issues that women overall face. There's a lot of issues that specifically black women face. There are a lot of things that I don't care for that the culture of a lot of black women embrace. But for me to sit here and just make a platform bashing on strictly black women, there's no way I could do it. Because, again, like I say, my dating preference is black women. So that to me, that would be counterintuitive to the thing. But what's funny is, like I said, my old lady, she's black, and we chopping up about a lot of stuff, and she agrees with a lot of the shit I say. You know what I'm saying? She just, yeah, I agree with this, I agree with that, and yada, yada, yada. And it's not from hating on anything, because we talk about, you know, personal life experiences. She'll talk about her family, and, you know, she done seen this, and this, and then, you know, why they still in certain situations. And I looked at, you know, myself, my past, and people I've dealt with, and there's a lot of truth to this shit, but it doesn't make people feel good. Like, my changes came because I had to be real with myself. A lot of shit that I would embrace that I would always do that I knew was self-defeating, you know, Honcho, you fucking up, nigga. That shit's stupid. What you doing there is fucked up. What you doing right there is dumb. You got to change yourself up. People don't want to hear that. But when you're willing to do that, when you're willing to embrace that, man, you're going to see change quickly. You know what I'm saying? You say I'm bad shitty women because there's more good women than me. And I believe that. I believe and that's why I try to, that's another thing that women got to realize. If you're not willing to make those changes, a lot of women who are. And like the caller said last night, it's competitive, it's competition. So, look, if your competition is improving, you got to do something. If the rest of your division is improving, and you staying the same, you lose it. And that's all I'm telling people. Sometimes you got to do the hard things that don't feel good, man. You know, and I only say that because I want people to be better people. And once you get it over, once you do that, once you realize what it is, and you face it, you conquer it, it's no longer a problem. It's no longer a thing that you deal with. And your options open up tenfold, you know. But people don't want to do that, man. When we were a little crazy, handled by crazy. That ain't no win. That mean I got to deal with a crazy motherfucker. How is that a win? That ain't winning. That's just mean I got to deal with some crazy. I don't want to do that. Most men don't want to do that. Like, yeah, there is a certain level of emotion and shit that you have to deal with women. That it's part of the game. But if you're embracing being crazy, niggas don't want to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Why not work on that crazy, fix that crazy, and alleviate some of the pressure that you're applying to a man? Here's the thing though. Every woman ain't trying to embrace the crazy. Crazy is the pride, yeah. You know? Yeah, again. Would you want a man that came and you say, well, baby, you know, I love you. I got all this other stuff. I'm just a little crazy sometimes. No, women don't want a crazy man, right? So why is it okay on the other end? Like, this is what I'm saying when we talk about these double standards and things like that. Men don't make y'all crazy. The men y'all choose to be with make you crazy. The behaviors you engage behind them men make y'all crazy. When you done with that, man, you got to step back and say, okay, hey, you know what? I was fucking with this kind of nigga. He had, you know, this, and this, and this is what set me off about that. I need to recalibrate, and the next man that I get involved with needs to not have these particular traits because this is what set me off. If you know you have certain weaknesses or certain things that are going to make you respond a certain way, then you got to say, hey, you know what? I might be attracted to this kind of man, but you know what? This man is not good for my psyche, or this man is not good for my overall well-being. You know, I'll do better being by myself until I get into the proper category or whatever else it may be. And some of the men, well, then you got to stop fucking with them. It's crazy and crazy don't mix. That's how people end up dead. You know what I'm saying? Now look, that's what I say. You gotta cut all that craziness out. I'm not with the crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm trying to resolve issues. That's where I'm trying to go. I'm not trying to deal with that. And if you trying to embrace that shit, look, that's not gonna work. If a chick tell me, we start talking and she say, oh, you know, I'm a little crazy. A word? We gonna finish that conversation. But that'll probably be the last conversation we have. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be. I'm not finna go all in with a chick who describes herself as crazy. And then, let's be honest, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all a little piece of something. If you calling yourself crazy, you're really not that crazy. The crazy ones don't know they're crazy. Okay? But why does that's another thing. You handle animals. You know, you got animal handlers and stuff. Like, I don't want to handle, I don't want to have to handle a woman. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to communicate. I want to be able to understand. I want to be able to comprehend, and then we go from there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I don't want to handle. It ain't no. It's like I'm not handling a woman. I'm not dealing with them kind of chicks. If she got animal mentality and need to be handled, hey, more power to you. It's a nigga that want to deal with that. I'm not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? So better, what's the motherfucking deal? And so I'm not out here trying to handle no woman. I'm not trying to handle if it's a one night stand or not. I'm not trying to handle nothing. Like I don't want to handle you. You know what I'm saying? Because if I gotta handle you, I mean I gotta put hands on you, and I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean? Women say, "Oh, you gotta handle me." I'm not finna handle you. No, I don't gotta do nothing. I can walk away like Prepay said. Hey man, look, nigga know how to slide out the exit. Like I said, we gonna finish this conversation. You know, it might be a good conversation. You just might have said some of the wrong things, and after that, I'm saying, okay, well, it's gonna be in my mind. It's the last time I'm talking to this chick. Look, some niggas out there they like crazy pussy. They say crazy pussy is the best pussy. I ain't got time for that shit because, you know, majority of the time you're not in the pussy, so you got to deal with all the other. I don't got time for that shit. You got it, cool. I hope it fits well and it looks good on you. And I'm a bet that it does. If she tells you she crazy, believe it. But yeah, if she tells me that she crazy, then I'm saying, okay, well that's how she identifies. I'm not finna deal with it. But again, like I said, a lot of the real lunatics, the true lunatics, don't know that they're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you said you made mistakes and fucked up your own relationship before. So what did you do to, after you got out of that relationship, did you jump into another relationship or did you what did you do to fix those mistakes that you made before you got into another relationship? You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm telling y'all, look, I love ladies. And again, like I say, I love all women. I will say there are attractive, beautiful women of all races, creeds, colors, sizes, all that stuff. Look, I don't discriminate in the sense of saying, hey, you know, that's a beautiful woman, that she looks good. I just have a preference as far as who I want to be or who I want to engage in a long-term relationship. But I'll tell anybody, go where you're treated best. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, mismatched socks, that's not, oh no. She got one sock with the little ball on the back, the other one is a tube sock. Nah, I can't do that. You know, and so my thing is this, man. Hey. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit. Like, I like going to the grocery store. Don't ask me why. I like going to the grocery store. I don't mind going to the grocery store. Give me a list, I'll go. Because I've been seeing things, and I told y'all way back in the Gap. HEB, hoes everywhere, boy. Man, I tell y'all, I stay in an area that is primarily Caucasian. There's some diversity, but primarily Caucasian. And when I say something is going on, I need to check, you know how they have the superior water systems or superior quality water systems or something. I need to see what's going on. Hey, I saw something the other day. And and I mean, there's no the other day. I see it anytime I go to the store. And that's why I say, look, hey, don't buy that the white girls ain't got it. Don't buy that they injecting their asses, because this ain't all injections. You know, you can tell when the way an ass move. Look, y'all better, the curvature ain't just for the black ladies anymore. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who they got calling in to the den this evening?
This is motherfucking Miranda. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm sitting here listening to Honcho.
Already. So what's on your mind, Miranda?
Nothing, just listening to him. So, I just want to let you know I'm listening to your program.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. So what do you think about tonight's topic?
And I feel you some of the time.
Oh, okay. I need most of the time.
What?
I said, I'm trying to get you most of the time. You got a little echo in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. But like I said, I'm trying to get you most of the time. You ain't got to feel me all the time. I just want you to feel me most of the time.
Yeah. Well, I watch you every day, every night. I'm a subscriber.
Okay.
So, you know, I get into some of them.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you subscribing. So what do you feel about the topic we're discussing tonight, though?
It's okay. I mean, it's okay.
Okay. Well, what do you sound
You
like
know,
you sound
I'm
like you
learning something, so
Okay.
I'm learning something.
Okay. Well, that's what's up. As long as you learn something, it's all good.
But I just want to tell you, make sure you shop in the middle of the store where the Caucasian, the white, the Indian, all races come through. So you can have your pick.
I'll be all over the store. I'm going from one side to the other. Even if I don't need nothing on the other side, I'm just gonna look. I'm just gonna make sure I make a complete lap around the store
Right.
just to make sure I see everything.
Right. Right. Well, I just want to get on and really laugh and let you know I'm listening to you from Seattle, Washington, and I will be every day.
Okay, well, I thank you and I appreciate that. Shout out to Miss Miranda from Seattle. I appreciate you subbing. I appreciate you
Right.
watching.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
bye. You have a good evening. Hey, look, Jack. I'm telling you, look, I'm all over the store. Look, I'm looking. I ain't touching. I ain't trying to holler. I ain't trying to shoot. I ain't trying to do any of that. But I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. But you know, I'm just wondering what's going on over there. Just look, it ain't the young ones. It's all kind of look, man. I'm just like, what is happening? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm looking at any and everything coming through. It's just not as many. It's just not as many, you know, black women over here. I mean, I see them from time to time. They be right. You know, I'm a look. I don't know. The Asians, yeah, the Asians still kind of. I've seen one or two in my lifetime, but you know, I haven't seen a lot of them that are proportioned in my preference. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't hating on them. Hey, you know, if y'all like it, I love it. But what happened? It was a point in time. It was like, cause sometimes, you know, I'll just go run to the store, just go grab, you know, one or two things, because the store ain't that far. So it's just more convenient for me to do that than slide by a corner store or something like that. So I'll go to the grocery store as opposed to going to a corner store, because they're about the same distance away. I don't mind hopping out, you know, and whatever. So it was one time I hit the store about like 3 days, and man, if I was still, I mean, I'm telling y'all, if I was still a dog ass Honcho, because she was peeping like. This woman had assets. Assets, and I'm talking about just the proportion ratio. Like I'm like, are these women, are they porn stars? Because sometimes it's just some of these women that I see around, I'm just like, what is going on? There has to be some work or something going on. And it's just like, man, I'm like, man, like, you know, then I'm just like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna look from a distance. You know, I might need some on the same aisle that they on. Let me see what's going on this aisle. You over here? Oh, is it on this side? Oh my God. Not talking shit, but nah, man. But like I say, it's look. Hey, I don't know if it's in the water. I don't know if it's in the what, but yeah, the game has changed, man. The game has changed. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you got preference, if you more of a body type than a racial thing, shit, you're gonna find it there. It's in accordance. Everything that you want, you know what I'm saying, is out there. And so all I'm saying is, if you know you got issues and you know you got problems, you have to do everything in your favor to make yourself as presentable as you possibly can. You know, a lot of us get comfortable in our ways and we justify it. You know, this is just me. I'm keeping it real. Or I'm this. When you have the opportunity to do so much different, it doesn't take a lot of effort. Like I told you, I've been on the fucking calorie count shit. I ain't really been working. Like I did this morning. I've been sporadically. I'll do like a workout here. I'm mainly cardio shit. And that's mainly like, you know, doing little drills, working with the little ones. You know, we do a lot of footwork stuff. We get to do the little hurdles, do speed ladders, jump roping, you know, shit like that. And we'll do, you know, 45 minutes to an hour of that every now and then. Sometimes I do it myself. So not just necessarily hardcore working out. I need to get back more consistent in going to the gym. But my thing is this. Cartier, what's the motherfucking deal? And my thing is this. You know, in weight, I think I've lost. Well, since the day I posted that tri-ball video, I'm definitely down 30 pounds. But since I think when I weighed myself and I really started taking it serious, that I'm gonna start counting these calories, and I downloaded that little app and all that other shit. Like I done lost about 26 pounds, right? And all it has been is just, you know, not eating as bad. Especially with this shit, when I realized how poor I was eating prior to this, I'm ashamed of myself. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, it's Sky.
Sky, how you doing tonight? What's on your mind this evening, Sky?
You know what? I've listened to everything that's been said. Let me start by saying that.
Okay.
But when my ex started dating me, he got a lot of shit from not just his family members, but his community. Like everybody they were not about it because we lived outside of Philly. And his one sister-in-law was like, you know, why are you dating her and all this other stuff? And he's like, because she doesn't go crazy on me. Because she treats me with respect and she's uses common sense. She's got a job. She's not about my check. She's about getting her check. Like, I don't have the problems with her that I have with everybody else. And at the time, I was working in the court system, and I've waitressed off and on for years. And I had my partner in crime was an African-American kid, and he came over to me one day, and I wasn't paying any attention to his tables at all. But there was this really nice, attractive-looking African-American couple, and he comes over. Let me preface this by saying he's African-American.
No, just call him black.
He goes, Sky, come here. Can I give him your phone number? And I'm like, he is with his girl. He goes, not for long, because that is a black man getting ready to date a white woman, because she was going off on him in the middle of a restaurant.
Word? Man.
And I just looked and I said to him, that right there is what my ex was saying all the time, though, that if you're going to go and act nuts, and there might have been loads of justification for her going crazy. I don't know. Maybe it was just because it was Friday. I don't know. Yeah. But why are you going to do it in public and embarrass him, and then you're going to be sitting with your girlfriends going, well, why did he leave me? Because you're crazy. You know, and then they want to yell at me because I'm dating an African-American man and I'm white.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, act like you got some sense. It's got nothing to do with skin color. It has to do with sense.
So was that the first black dude you dated?
No.
Okay.
No. And he and I, the problem, I'm from Louisiana. And so when I was living in Philly, it's different in Philadelphia than it is like in the South, because there is a reverse racism there when it comes down to if you're dating somebody who is of a different race. Because, I mean, we would go to church and he would get grief from the ladies from the church and everything else. And he's just like, you know what? You guys are not going to tell me what to do. And so, but I won them over by being who I am. And I won them over because he was murdered, and I still take care of his kids. Like, I still send their mother's money to make sure that they have what they need, which is what he would have wanted. Because he would have wanted, his one boy has cerebral palsy. So I make sure that he has everything. Like, I'm on the phone with his mom a lot, you know, because my boy I have a boy that's disabled. So I help her. Brian has been gone now for 7 years, and I'm still in those boys' lives. I could have slid out. I could have been like, nah, it's not my problem. And there are other people that are in their family who did do that. His own mom is like, you know, they're not your kids. And I said, well, they were like my kids. They're his kids. They're his heart. I would have been their stepmother had he not been killed. So I'm just, you can get all nutty with me about it, but if you're going to go out and act a fool, then expect to be treated like a fool.
I
know. I'm sorry.
No, that's all good. It's all good. I have some questions. So I don't know. Have you been watching the entire stream?
Most of it, yeah.
Okay. Well, we had a lady call in, Miss Bell, and I asked Miss Bell a couple of questions. You know, she was in an interracial relationship, and so I was intrigued by some things that she was saying. So I'm going to ask you some of the same questions if you don't mind. First, one of these questions actually I didn't ask. So how would you describe your body type? Would you say slim, average, thick, plus size? How would you identify yourself?
I'm thick. In fact, when he first met me, he didn't know my name. He just kept telling everybody, "Where's Juicy?" And that became my nickname.
Juicy.
He called me Juicy because I have big boobs. So he said I have watermelon boobs, so they were juicy. Look, that's his damage. That's not mine.
Oh, okay. So here's the question that I have. Okay, do you or have you ever watched adult educational entertainment?
Yes.
Okay. So on these, and I like to call them educational because you can learn from anything. But some of these things that I've seen, there's been some interracial scenes. And I don't know if it's part of the script or if it's just kind of what it is. I like the amateur stuff myself, and so that's just my preference. But so I've seen it there too. How do you feel about the term, or when it's usually a white woman with a black man saying something along the lines of, "Give me that nigger dick"? How do you feel about that? No.
The biggest fight that Brian and I would get into, and ultimately he stopped. I'm from Plaquemines Parish, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. The last of our River Parish schools closed in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Those River Parish schools were opened to prevent the desegregation of the schools in Plaquemines, and the only reason why they flipped it is because they got tired of the public high school beating them in football. So then they started offering scholarships to all these really good players. Mm. I told him, as a white woman, that word should not bother me more than it bothers you. And no, you have not reclaimed it. It is that his mom and the ministers from his church, when they would hear us get into this conversation, would be like, yep, she's right. Because you have not reclaimed the word. That word causes people to get killed on a daily basis. It needs to be eradicated. It makes me nuts. Mm. And so when they would throwing that word around in front of the kids in particular, I would look at him and his cousins and be like, y'all need to stop, and you need to do it now. I don't care what you do when I'm not here, but when I'm here and when these children are sitting listening to you, you need to stop. That word pisses me off. Okay. It's just like, don't call me a biatch or anything like that. It's disrespectful. So if you don't have any respect for yourself, how do you expect somebody else to have respect for you?
Okay.
That word is disrespectful all the way around.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that I guess that primarily answers the question that I have. I was just curious because hey, in the den we're going to ask some things. We have to discover all the information that we can. This is what it's all about: having an open conversation, real conversation. Okay, so you're not a fan of the word. So, do you have a preference? You said that's not your only interracial relationship, or do you just kind of open-minded? It depends more so on the person themselves.
Honestly, it depends on. For me, it has never. It's not like I go out and go, oh, I'm going to find somebody that's African American or whatever. If you treat me right, then fine, whatever. It's not like I have a type. Mm-hmm. For me, and this might be just me, I'm more attracted to your brain. I can only look at you for so long. Mm. If you cannot hold up your end of a conversation, I'm not trying to be around you. So it has more to do with that. For me, Brian and I used to talk about politics a lot. My degree is actually in political science.
Word.
But I worked in the court system for people coming out of jail that were mentally had mental handicaps. So I worked with the district attorneys and everything else, and he and I would get into these conversations about the difference. And I agree with him. There is a massive difference between the way a white client would be treated against an African American client or a Hispanic client. It is true. The judges treat them differently. But his thing was always, don't use that as an excuse. Prove to them that you're not the stereotype.
Yeah.
And I agreed with them. I mean, I think it's real easy to sit back and say, oh, it's race, oh, it's race, oh, it's race. No, sometimes it's you're a dumbass.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
That's what it boils down to. It has nothing to do with you being black. It has to do with you being dumb. I mean, that's the part that I think it's very easy for everybody to throw race into it all the time. Sometimes it's because you're being dumb.
Yeah, I can agree
If
with
you
that.
get pulled over by a cop and you do not do what he tells you to do, there is an expected outcome to what is going to happen next. I've seen these people, they'll come into court and be like, well, he did this because I'm black. No, he didn't do that to you because you're black, honey, because if I had done it and I had smarted off to him, he'd have done the same damn thing to me. It has nothing to do with that. Are there bad cops out there? Yes, there are. I was the main one all over Baytown with this shooting in Baytown that happened recently.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes if you're gonna act a fool, expect to be treated like a fool. I'll probably get crap all over. Everybody's gonna jump on me for it. But
Now speak your truth. We got to hear it. All opinions are welcome in the den, and we need to hear it.
I have worked in the court system for 10 years. And I will tell you, the vast majority, knucklehead comes in all shapes and skin colors. That's just the truth. And if you're constantly being picked up or being, are there bad cops out there? Yep, because I've seen them. Are there ones who will treat people a certain kind of way, especially once they get your number? Yeah. If they know who you are and they've got a thing out for you, I've seen that. I have. But is it every single one of them? No, it's not. I think that there is something to be said for the culture argument, but I don't think it's as easy as saying, you think this way because you are white and I think this way because I am black. I think it is that we think based on where we grew up in our life experiences, and that can be the same situation for somebody that's white as it is for somebody who's black. Are there different experiences? Yes. Do you walk through the world differently? Yes. Are you treated differently when you walk through the world? Sure. But I've walked into an African American community and people be looking at me like, why are you here? Case in point, Norristown Police Department. I used to work in Philly and wouldn't get home until 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I would walk the mile into town to go to my apartment. And I had an African American cop step up behind me. What are you doing in this neighborhood? Going home. What are you doing in this neighborhood? That door swings both ways.
So how would you identify yourself politically? What would you say? Do you lean left, right, independent, Democrat? Okay.
I'm a Democrat, but I will vote for what I feel is right. I've voted for Republicans if I think they're making sense. I've voted for laws on both sides of things. But I lean more Democrat. I've worked for the Democrats since I got out of college, which is why I spend the vast majority of my time as an adult being up north, because they're more leaning that way.
Okay. Interesting. So, okay. I'm trying to see how I can be nosy. I don't know if I got any more nosy ass questions. I'm trying to think. So, I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna ask. It don't matter. So in this past, well, I know, sometimes white folks don't like talking about who they voted for, but in this past election cycle, did you lean Hillary or Trump?
I was Hillary.
Okay. Hey, we can't all be
But
perfect.
I was Hillary, but I was Bernie until Bernie pulled out, and then I worked for Hillary, and before that though I worked for Obama, and before that I worked for John. Like I've pretty much leaned Democrat. I always have. This last senator, I voted for Beto, and given a choice, I'm leaning more towards Camilla for this year, this time coming up, because I honestly think that the right ticket would be Kamala Harris and Beto, but Beto as her running mate and Camilla taking the lead. But I like what she has to say. So, and I know there's people that have their own opinions about her, and that's fine. They can have them. But we got to do something, because Trump's going to lead us to World War III.
Word. Okay.
I just moved here from Spokane, and they had Freeman High School had a school shooting. And one of the things that was nice is the kids they organized a walkout with Marjorie Stoneman High School in Florida. But they didn't just walk out. They walked out and they registered everybody who was of age to vote. If people, I hate to say it, but if things keep going the way they are and we have another major shooting right before the election, if the Democrats were smart, they would register all those kids to vote. They would be at every single walkout. They would register them to vote, and it'd be very much like with Clinton, because that's how Clinton got elected. He tapped into the high school and college vote. And his first election, that's how he got elected. Because George Bush Sr. refused to speak to any of the collegiate newspapers, because I was in college at that time.
Okay.
I mean, if ever you are confused about why it's important to vote in local elections, look at what's going on with the Supreme Court. Those judges were voted locally to make their way on up the road. If Trump gets to put in 2 more Supreme Court justices, that is a liberal court for the next 30 years. Not 4, not 8, 30 or more years. That's a long time.
Okay.
I don't think most people, I don't think they consider that. They're like, oh, I vote in national elections. Yeah, but it's state and local that feeds into the national. If you don't stop these people at the state and local level, you're going to wind up with more Kavanaughs.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, Miss Scott, I think you came into you kicked the den door in, and you definitely shared some very interesting opinions. And
That's okay. I'll sit back and wait for everybody to jump on me. It's fine.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Your opinions are more than welcome, and I just want to say, I appreciate you for watching and tuning in. And some things you said I agree with. A couple of things I may disagree with, but I appreciate you, watching, and I value your point of view. So I thank you.
All right. Well, sweetheart, you have a good night.
All right, you too. Appreciate it. I hope to hear from you again soon.
Bye-bye.
All right. Already. Juicy fruit. Interesting. So, that's got y'all activated. Y'all got activated now. That's what I'm talking about. I apologize for your ears. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
This is Ashley.
Ashley. What's on your mind, Miss Ashley?
Well, I just wanted to speak on some things about the other caller.
Okay.
Well, just when she was talking about, like, I don't know, basically like white experiences and black experiences, she isn't truly going to know how white people act around black people. You know, like just one black person, but when they're by themselves, so there's nobody to check and see how they act. Just like black people don't act the same around mixed companies. She's never going to know how. She's never going to know how black people act by themselves. So really, her experience isn't. It's basically just based on her, but that's not even. She couldn't even fathom a black experience. So there's really no sense in speaking on it.
Okay. Well, what about you, Miss Ashley? Have you ever engaged with black company?
With what?
Black company.
I'm black.
What? Oh, I got hit with a Dan. Good grief! I apologize for that. Well, excuse.
Oh my God.
Me. Look. I did. I pulled the women of the den. I assumed, and assuming makes asses out of all of us. I apologize. I hit you with the Dan. Now we got names for everything.
Oh my God. Just because I have a normal name. Oh my God.
Yeah, most Ashleys I know, except for I got a cousin named Ashley, all the way out of there. But most Ashleys I know, well, oh no, I'm lying. I know another Ashley too. We ain't gonna tell them stories. That's y'all gonna be like this nigga Honcho Enterprises. But anyway, I got hit with the damn man. I assume. Well, I apologize for that. What is it? What's the term? But I fried that. But okay, well, Miss Ashley, so you think that she's not going to get the genuine black experience by
right? Just like okay, because I grew up in a white area. When I went to middle school, there was literally 5 black kids and 2 are my siblings. So I mean, I have grown around. I've grown up mostly around white people in my experience, but when I do get around black people, you totally act different. And even one of my friends, like, they brought it up, like, we were just talking, but we were talking and slanging, like, so fast or whatever, just talking, whatever. And she's like, oh my God, I can't understand, like, why do you act so different? And da-da-da-da, like, like, you do not talk the same, you don't act the same, you don't even feel the same. No, that's not. Mixed company isn't going to give you a true experience of how it is.
Okay. So, Miss Ashley, so you said that you have grown up in a primarily white area. So, have you dated interracially?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you may have heard me ask the last caller a question, and I'm going to flip the script, and I'm going to ask you this question, but I guess it doesn't play out in the same way. Have you ever watched adult educational entertainment?
Yeah.
Okay. And in that adult educational entertainment, I guess I don't know how to word this because I don't know how it works. I guess because I'm always on the other side. I would be on the other side if I guess I was the star. But do you watch the interracial forms of adult educational entertainment?
Only if the non-black is a male.
Well, have you ever seen some adult educational entertainment in which a black female was with a white male and they made reference to race in the sexual encounter?
See, I don't watch industry. I mainly watch just homemade, and they don't really do all that. It's mainly just like couples doing it.
Oh, you my nigga. I like that homemade shit too. That's what I fuck with. That's that real shit. All that fake ass body shit.
I'm probably a true pervert, but I just like the real stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my partner. Now look, Ashley, my new best friend. Even though I hit her with a Rachel Dolezal, but that's just my new best friend. Okay, I can rock with that. Like I say, yes, I would agree. The homemade stuff, it's not quite like that. It's a little bit different. All right. And a question has come in from the chat. How would you identify yourself, Miss Ashley? Would you say that you are slim, average, thick, or plus size?
I'm really thick.
Okay, so we best be buddies. Look, Miss Lady Hunter gonna beat my ass, but no, I'm talking shit. But okay. I don't know. I don't know where to go with the question now because oh, I got another question. Here's another one. I forgot to ask the last caller this. What is the appropriate term? What term do you use when describing the male phallus? Is it dick or is it cock?
I say cock.
Yes, I'm taking these conversations. Y'all know in the den, it's a marriage of the ratchet and the righteous, and sometimes, hey, we just got to get a little ratchet. It's all right. Okay, so I should have been taking votes to this. And ladies who are in the conversation in the chat, what do y'all say? Is it dick or cock? We're taking a vote here. I need to find out what's really going on.
What instance are we saying it?
Okay, so Miss Bell called in earlier. She said, more so in public, I think it's dick, and when in the bedroom, it may be more cock. So if you are engaging in a adult behavioral encounter, how do you refer to it?
I don't know. I would probably say either or. Like, give me this. I'm not going to go into all that.
You was one word away.
You
were one word away. Now we need to know that.
It depends. It depends on how crazy things are.
Oh, crazy. Oh, shit. Okay, so we talking about getting buck wild. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so, oh no, that's for the survey, DeMarcus. We can't ask it. We're gonna have to bring the survey back. We ain't done a survey in a couple of weeks, but yeah, we may bring that back Saturday. Interesting. Okay, so Miss Ashley likes to get crazy, and she doesn't want to tell us what term she uses. So, Miss Ashley, how would you identify your political leanings?
I'm Republican.
Okay, cool. Nothing wrong with that. All right, interesting. I don't know. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Maybe in reference to the last call or anything that we've discussed this evening. I don't know how much of the stream you've caught this evening, but anything else that you would like to comment on?
I mean, just the last caller was just so crazy to me. Like, oh man, that's just too much. Like, oh, I don't know. I really don't think somebody dating interracially can have a truth. Not even dating or necessarily like. Just because I've had a Mexican guy tell me, "Oh yeah, I only date black girls." Like, no, you don't. We live around a bunch of white people and Mexicans. Like, like, what are you talking about? People will say whatever, to get into your pants. Yes, you can believe that, but I mean, most people are lying just because they want something from you. Like, no, they're not going to say, "Oh yeah, I just like white girls," and they're not crazy. Like, they don't know every black woman in the world. And they can't base their experience based on the few white people that that they've dated. That's crazy to even think that.
Okay. So would you say that you're crazy?
No.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right.
But I just don't think talking loud and whatever, that isn't crazy. Like, no, some fucking white girl lying on a black guy just because they don't want to date them anymore, because their parents get mad, or because they're mad at the dude, saying, "Oh yeah, this guy, he raped me," or something crazy like that. And I've grown up in a white area, and that's happened to me, or I've heard of that in at least 6 instances when people that I know, that white girls that they've been dating, have lied and said, "Oh, this guy raped me," just because they don't want to date them anymore. That's crazy to me. Yes. You could ruin somebody's life like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's wild. I've had experience in my history. I've shared it a couple of times. I ain't gonna talk about it now, but yeah, it is crazy. So that's. Oh, I'm laughing thinking about it now. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny now. Okay. So I don't know. I don't think I have anything else that I can add to that. But I definitely appreciate you sharing your opinion on that, and I see where you're coming from. Like, I don't think, and I'm thinking about my experiences in in other segments, and I'm sure people may adjust maybe because I'm there, but I try to try to be as genuine as I can be wherever I am. I think that's the best way to be. But not everybody's like that. Some people get uncomfortable, you know, or whatever it may be. So I can understand that.
Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to bring up when she was like, "Oh yeah, the police officer said, what are you doing in this black neighborhood?" Like that's crazy to me because it's like, I mean, and sorry for cutting you off, but like a black officer isn't saying like, he probably wasn't even talking to her suspiciously. Like if a black person was late at night in a white neighborhood, they'd be like, "What are you doing here?" And they would be it would be more of like an accusation, like, "What are you doing here? You're probably up to no good," rather than, "What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here." Yeah, just, I don't know. I just...
Very
This
interesting.
just grinds my gears.
Oh, gears grinded. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, well, one thing is that I am glad that the call, you know, got you, you know, feeling a particular way and wanted to comment on that because I'm glad that you shared your insight and your opinions, your thoughts on that. So I appreciate that. I don't know.
All right.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I do want to hear from you again, so hopefully you do stay rocking with the den because I'd love to hear some of your opinions on some of the future subjects and topics. And feel free to call in again anytime.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
All right, Miss Ashley.
Bye.
Adios. Shout out to Ashley. Ashley wild. She don't want to tell y'all she wild, but Ashley wild. You know, so that's why she ain't want to tell y'all. She probably got some other synonyms that she don't even want to share with us. You know what I'm saying? she got some other terminology she don't even want to share with us. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Yo, what's up? It's Bretto.
Doing good, Bretto, man. What's the motherfucking deal? What would you like to drop in the den this evening, Bretto? I think it was Nostradamus predicting the stuff. Yeah.
He predicted this. He's a fucking genius. That's what's going to happen. Because in the future, it's going to be cool to be asexual. We don't need to have sex. We don't need to identify as anything. We'll just be fucking jellyfish running around, just obeying government. And that's what they want. But aside from that, that's all I wanted to talk to about that. Like, if I get too much into it, I'll just turn it into a rant. But the last call, no, not the last caller. The caller before that, what was that? What was her name?
Sky, I believe.
Guy?
I believe so. I believe that's what it was. I gotta
Okay.
go back and check my notes.
Oh.
Oh, that's what I wrote down.
Guy was talking about how, oh, well, I hope, when next shooting happens, they let these kids vote or some shit like that. What you said, something like that?
Mm-hmm. But the kids should organize a walkout and go register to vote. Something.
Oh, so they could take away the guns. That's why. Of course. You want to take away the guns? What the fuck is your problem? I don't understand this mentality. I'm going to give her something. Okay. To the caller, if you want guns taken away, how do you feel about this? What if somebody broke into your fucking house? And I'm just using this as an example so you know what I'm talking about. What if somebody broke into your fucking house, tied your kids up, raped them, and killed them? Would you want to have a gun? Or somebody broke into your house, would you want to have a gun to where you could shoot that motherfucker? Or would you rather just call the police and wait till they, tie up your kids or husband or whatever, rape and kill them, your mom, whoever you live with, I mean, would you rather have a gun and shoot that motherfucker so he can't fucking hurt your family? That's what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got
Like,
you.
it would rather, I want to prevent that. If some motherfucker came into my house, I would rather shoot them than say, fuck it, I'm going to wait, I'm going to call the police because they have the guns. I don't. The government will help me. The government will help me. No, they're almost like an hour late. And gun control doesn't fucking end with anything. Take, for example, somebody might commit a shooting with an automatic weapon. You know? Okay, well, let's ban the automatic weapons. Okay, well, once they do, I don't support that. I'm just saying, for example, okay, let's ban the automatic weapons. All right. Well, then what happens when somebody kills a bunch of people with some shotguns? Okay, well, we're going to have to take away the shotguns. Okay, well, we take away the shotguns. We have no automatic weapons. Then what happens when somebody does a mass shooting with handguns? Okay, well, we're going to take away the handguns because somebody's going to do, okay, so all we have now is sniper rifles. Well, what happens when somebody uses a sniper rifle to gun down a bunch of people? We're taking them away. See, it doesn't fucking end. Gun control never fucking ends until the guns are all fucking gone. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
It doesn't fucking end. It doesn't end. It never does. They start off like, okay, well, first we're going to take away these high-capacity magazines. Next thing you know, we're going to take away the assault rifles. Next thing they're talking about taking away concealed handguns. You know? We're going to take these away. We're going to take them away. Take them away. Just give them to me. And the lady that she supported, what, Pamela Harris, is that her name? Do I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm from California, and this bitch just recently said she wants an executive order that if she were president, you could look this shit up. If she were president, she would get an executive order that if it passed massive gun control in 6 days, she would just, whatever, do her shit, you know what I mean? And she would just do it herself. She would just take them all away. You know, we got people like Dianne Feinstein stating that, you know, if it was up to me, all Mr. and Mr. America would hand up their guns. You could look up that interview. She fucking said that. Dianne Feinstein is the worst. I mean, and a lot of people don't understand this. They think all people in California are just hardcore liberals, but it's not true. We have 39 million people here, right? 39 million motherfucking people here. But we're not being represented. We're not. So there's people that half the population are hardcore Democrats that just obey government, do what they're told, and some are legit Democrats. I'm not talking shit about all Democrats. I'm saying there's some that just will say, well, you're a Democrat, I will vote for you. Thank you. I will vote for you, Democrat. I will vote for you. I will vote for you. Republicans bad, Democrats good. Not knowing that not even legitimately Democrats. They're fake. They're, you know what I mean? They're just part of the fucking deep state fucking shithole. Right? Sorry, Honcho. I had to talk about that for a minute.
Now do your thing. Do your thing, man.
But and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's some people in California that split. Some people are just so obedient to this fucking what they're trying to push. You know what I mean? And there's people like me that, I mean, I'm not even a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. But I've been around how extreme it is in California for so fucking long that I'm going fucking crazy, man. And there's hella fucking people like me that are like that. We're just losing our fucking minds. You know, sorry. I mean, I had about 9 beers prior to calling. God damn. I mean, I'm not even drunk, dude. I mean, it's just... Honcho. So I had something else to talk about.
Right.
Another thing was, yesterday, you're talking about polygamy, and Rashida was saying, no, it's wrong. It should be illegal. Rashida lost, bro. When it came to you and Rashida arguing, you won. Because I believe polygamy should be legal, too. I really do. I do. I really do. I mean, check this out. What if I met some, like, bomb-ass, like, older Latin woman that's, like, bisexual, and then I meet another old Mexican lady who's bisexual, and they're all in love with me. You know, why can't I marry both of the old Mexican ladies?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why not? Right. I don't see why not. We're all in love. Why are you trying to hate on us?
Exactly.
You know?
Breakfast tacos every day.
There was something else I was going to talk about. Okay, I talked about that. Damn, this was so fucking important. I should have wrote. Oh, no, that wasn't there. Oh yeah, yesterday, Honcho. Yeah, I got a confession too.
Right.
I got a midnight confession. I passed up on sex, bro, with a bomb-ass chick. But when you hear what I did, you might understand. You might understand. Or a potential relationship. Because, I mean, this chick, she wasn't a 10. She wasn't a 9. But she was like an 8 or an 8.5. Like, she had a good body, decent face. Definitely fuckable.
No.
But I passed up on her. Now, check this out. I met this chick online. And she wanted me to go down to her apartment. It was late at night. And she was like, well, I've been drinking wine, so you can come over. So I was like, all right, I'm going to hit it. So I drove all the way down to her house, right? But I didn't have sex with her. What happened was we were watching a movie. Actually, not a movie. We were just watching random TV shows. Like we watched Futurama and a bunch of news shit like that. But anyways, I was there for about, I want to say 45 minutes to an hour. And she says, all right, you're going to, because her daughter woke up, because her daughters were sleeping. So she said, all right, you're going to have to leave because I got to, I'm going to have to sleep with my daughter to get her to go to bed. So I was like, all right, I'll leave. So I left. I went home, and I was pissed off because I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. But I didn't text her the entire next day. She texted me, and she was like, oh, so I guess you don't want to talk to me because I didn't have sex with you. Well, check this out. I'm not that kind of a girl. I don't have sex on a first date, okay? And do you know what I said? I replied to her, and I said, if you would have had sex with me on the first date, I probably would have called you back because you're pretty fucking cute. But I didn't want to call you back because you picked your nose in front of me and then you wiped your booger on your fucking dress. That's why I didn't want to talk to you. So and then she tried to say, I was like, don't try to say you're a lady. And don't try to say you're a fucking lady. Because that's what I'm saying. This girl is my age, too. That's why I typically don't date chicks my age, because they're fucking just stupid like that,
Yeah.
They think it's all about sex. Oh, well, if I don't have sex with a guy on the first date, he'll think I'm a lady. But it's more than that. It's like she didn't have sex with me, she didn't kiss me, we didn't hold hands, none of that shit. But then she picks her nose and wipes her fucking booger on her fucking dress. Don't try to say you're a lady, you fucking retard. Seriously, it's more than that. She might as well just shit her fucking pants or something in front of me.
Oh,
I mean, this is the first fucking date, man. Even if I was dating her for 5 years and she would have did that, I would have been questioning, should I break up with this bitch? Should I get it? I mean, that's fucking gross. I got OCD, remember that. So basically what I'm saying is, she texted me the next day and I could have hit it. I could have been nice to it, but that shit grossed me out so much. Her picking her nose and wiping her shit fucking booger on her dress. I didn't want to hit it. How do you feel about that, Honcho? Would you have hit it?
Probably couldn't have done it, bro. That's definitely a turn off, man. It's hey, you gotta blow your nose or whatever. If you just that's unsightly. That's
go in the restroom.
Yeah.
You just say, hey, can I use the restroom? That's how you do it. I mean, if you have any class whatsoever, you just say, excuse me, I gotta use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Blow your nose, pick your nose. If it itches, I understand. You scratch the shit out of that motherfucker. Blow your nose, whatever you gotta fucking do. Even if you gotta fart, do it in the restroom. Feel better, and then come outside. You're good. I've done that on dates too. I'll be honest with you. I'll be like, oh, excuse me, I gotta use the restroom. Go in there, fucking blow my nose, maybe take a shit. Who knows what I'm doing in there? But you know what I mean? That's how you do it. And I think that's hella disrespectful too. You know what I mean? That's the same disrespect as if I would have grabbed her ass. Honestly, do you agree, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's tough, man. That's the booger. The boogers are definitely cancellation. I would definitely think much different about her after that. I mean, I wouldn't have called back either. I've done some things in my life that I've regretted. I don't think I've ever had a bitch pull a booger on her dress. That's a no-go. That's a no-go.
It was fucking gross, dude. It really was. And another thing, I'm gonna have to. I normally don't do this, but I gotta do it. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but everybody needs to see John Wick 3. See that fucking movie, bro. Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it. I was actually telling the old lady we probably need to go see it this weekend. We watched John Wick 2, not this weekend, but the weekend before last. I like to see shit in order, so we watched John Wick 2 about 2 weekends ago, so we might probably go see it this weekend. I'll probably have to.
You need to see it. You need to. You know why? Because they don't make movies like that. It's like an old school 80s and 90s type movie. It's all about masculinity, what they don't want you to see. They might as well pump fucking testosterone in you when you fucking see it. But then when you leave, you're like, I want to fight somebody. Let's go. Like, you want to get down. Come on, let's go. Damn, that movie is fucking sick.
Yeah.
This motherfucker kills a guy with a fucking book, bro. I know that sounds stupid, but when you see this motherfucker kill a guy with a book, you're like, God damn, that's fucking sick. That is fucking sick, bro. There's another scene in it when fucking John Wick and another dude are fighting over a knife, and it's like forever. They're just because he's trying to stab him in the eye, and they're just like, no. He fucking does it. He stabs it right in the eye, but it's like so fucking graphic. Like he's sitting, like the tip of the knife is going as fucking. Oh my god, bro. Oh. I saw the first John Wick. I thought it was alright.
Yeah.
The second one I thought was sick.
Yeah.
I love John Wick. Yeah. This one, you see this one, and you'll be like, God damn, I want to see more of this shit, bro.
But what's coming out? They said 4 is coming out in I think they said 2020. They already said like right after 3 came out.
2021.
2021. Okay. So yeah, they said it's coming. So definitely got to catch up. Because the first one was
that
cool.
movie is definitely a threat to government. They don't want us like that. I'm scared for Keanu Reeves. It's okay, man. Because he posed such a threat to government in that movie. You know? He's just like, fuck you, Federal Reserve. Fuck you. You're not taking me down. He's a goddamn American hero. You know what? You know what? Do you remember, you ever watch those old school 90s and 80s movies like Die Hard?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said it. I was thinking he's a regular John McClane. That's what I was thinking of when you...
He could kill fucking John McClane. He would kill that motherfucker. He would kill Riggs and Murtaugh. Both of them. He could kill the Terminator and T-1000. And T-1000. Hell yeah. He's down like that, bro.
That's crazy. Man, yeah, I definitely got to go check it out though. Because after watching part 2, I like part 2 more than part 1, so definitely I'm looking forward to going and checking out that.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. Like when I first saw part 1, I was like, I don't know, it's all right. I need to see it again. So I saw it about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But part 2 is sick as fuck, especially the ending.
Yeah.
And part 3, when you see part 3, that's what I'm saying. Like there's very few movies to where the sequels are better than the original. But oh my god, I gotta see that movie again, bro. And you know what's trippy about it is like he's always outnumbered. So people that are into like, oh, well, it's not realistic enough. He can't do this. But you got to imagine, there's people that can kill that many people, bro. You've seen Black Ops motherfuckers. Like they know what's up. They can kill motherfuckers like that. Nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just a badass motherfucker. The way they do it, though, like it's like how realistic it is. Dude, those fight scenes, god damn, motherfucking Keanu. That dude's like 5, bro. He could beat my ass silly, I bet, bro. He's like, don't call me Keanu. Like he would fuck me up, bro. Anyways, man, you have a good one. So you take it easy.
All right, brother, man. I appreciate the call, man. Look, now I'm fired up. I want to go hit the gym now. Go to brother that got me out, man. Oh, that is tough. All right, where my boo Miss Soul Bet at? I know she's been trying to get in. I got to hear what she got to say. She said she has to tell y'all why the ladies were correct. And so yeah, I saw some. I caught some of the. Well, the chat has already passed it up now because I saw we were taking votes. I didn't see which one it was more of, but I'm assuming that Dick got more votes than cock, because I'm just assuming, because cock just seems like a word it's just peculiar. I didn't call much in my cock. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I ain't said the ladies. I said Ashley. That was your second caller.
Okay.
And your boy just had me tickle pink, but I know what ticked him off about her. But I'm gonna run it like this.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you that story. I used to work in a nursing home.
Oh, it's kind of cutting in and out a little bit, so I'm not getting. The last thing I heard was nursing home. Wait there. Hello. Oh, ain't that a bitch? I know she been trying to get in too. That the phone cut out. All right, we gonna wait a second. We look. Miss Better been trying to get in. You know what I'm saying? I need to hear what she got to say. Yeah. Like Heidi and Roman are gonna be kicking it, having their own den meet and greet. I gotta get some more new questions too. All right, hello.
Okay. I was trying to say that I was agreeing with your second caller. I believe her name was Ashley. And I also was agreeing with your male caller who just hung up.
Okay.
I know why he was agitated. I know what ticked him off. Now, Ashley was speaking from correctness when she's saying you just can't date a black person and, and figure you got it down pat. That's not going to get it. And then I kept writing Plaquemine Parish in the chat because, let me tell you something. Louisiana did not vote Obama in. Louisiana, we voted, I think it was McCain or whatever, I forgot. But we didn't vote in because that's up north. That's still hang a nigga territory. Okay, that's one. This lady, I'm going to tell you this story like I wanted to say. I worked at a nursing home. Everybody on the wing knew that this particular lady was prejudiced. She going to call you a nigga no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So this one particular night, I'm 11 to 7 shifts. I passed the room. Old girl in there tearing it down with herself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But she started reciting, oh, nigga, give me that, this, give me that thing. Oh, yeah, nigga, yeah, it's good. Big old this, that, another. So I'm going to tell you like this here. They can hate our guts. We the only ones willing to take care of and watch them because you wasn't going to get a white aid in there to do it. No way, no how. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that we were there to take care of her. She hated our guts. But if you catch her in the middle of the night feeling herself, she liked that our men pretty well. That's how I'm going to leave that at.
She got hit
Now,
with you.
that's what Miss Ashley was trying to kind of bring to the table, that you just can't bounce on one. You heard one of us and figure you got us down pat. And then when she went into that lane of politics and things, that's when it raised your male caller, because he knew what she was saying. The level you talking from, chick, that aspect, look, Plaquemine Parish don't belong to black folks, okay? They still feel a certain kind of way, okay, about us. I'm New Orleans in this mud. You heard me, Louisiana. And Plaquemine don't play that. We not welcome. It's a stamp, it's a stigma that sit over there, you know what I'm saying? They're acceptable because they have to be. And like I said, they'll ride us to the end. 1-hour men. But otherwise, it's a no-no. It's a no-no. So she thinks from that land. You know what I'm saying? That's where your first caller. That's where her mind falls from, that kind of category. Over there on that big thing. She like that wood. It ain't all good for us all though. We can't play. It all over there. There's no black territory. You know what I'm saying? They got their stand ground. They under wraps. You heard me? But that Confederate flag still flags over there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight them to take the monuments down and everything. Yeah. You heard me? So they on that level. Yeah. Okay. Your last caller had me going. I was really laughing. he knows that. He knows that. That's why he got so mad at first. That's why he was going off on the level he was going off on, because he knew just where she was rounding that bend from. Yeah. You know what I mean? Ashley was kind of on to it too. She was kind of on to it too. That's what I wanted to say. And I don't know about nobody else, but I don't use that word cock. We say wood. We say loggerheads around here. Okay. You hear me? That monster. You know, cock is specific to them peoples over there. Them peoples over there. And before anybody ever take a perception on me, it come all breed and creed in my family. They got too much going on in my family for me to even stop. You hear me? In the bloodline and what we done adopted in. So I have a frame of mind to love them all. But I do see, you know what I'm saying? I do see outside the zone. They put up a good front. They pretend they stand up because the society say this is where you're supposed to be. So they try to play and say, oh no, I'm politically firm, standing firm to that. I would never. I don't think that what you call it. Knowing if a nigga really ain't not fine, struggling out down, that's gonna come out. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's gonna come out. It's not out of his mouth. Come out. Period. Point blank, flat out. If you hit the right nigga in the midst of the way, hit that right spot, around that right corner, hit that nice wall right there. You gonna get nigga out of. You gonna get nigga out of. He might say it too. Period. You know, girl, boo. You know, cock users. Ashley, them white people done been all over you, girl. They got you saying, cock mama. They got you. I just thought you was a white woman. Girl, they done took your mojo from your mom. No, I'm just playing. She was proper talking. That's all. It's easy little mistake people like that. She just proper talking. That's all right. She was around. She was surrounding her. You know, they were surrounding her. So she couldn't help but take on. But just like she brought that to the table, just like she said, because you grew up even in the same neighborhood. You're not going to experience going to be a way that you perform, act, stay around here. It's like an unwritten rule. You know what I'm saying? They're not entitled to all of us. You know what I'm saying? We do have our, this is us, type side to us. So they're not going to always grab and get the full aspect of us. You know, we're going to give them surface. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying for them. They give you that surface. But catch them behind them doors, you heard me? Oh, Mad Day. Ooh, they cut up on Mad Day. Catch them on Mad Day, the same one that said I would never. And I don't think that you should use that word because you have not owned it yet. The same one. Catch them Mad Day. That's the first word come out their mouth. That's the first one they throw. That's the first one they pitch across the room. That's the one that's going to hit home. That's the one that's going to strike the nerve. Girl, you can't tell me you ain't had it. How long you put in with it? And people don't want you around them children because you're not of a certain technique. They read you. They know better. And they haven't given you the full ass in the realm. So, yeah, why is you still sticking around and cheering? That man is just God bless the dead. Let him rest. What you want to be around the children for? I know the mamas ain't having it. So let go. But that's all that surface bull crap. Then you gonna holler you in the system. You work within the system, girl, and you from Plaquemine Parish, girl. We know it's better over here in New Orleans. No ma'am, you can't fool me. Oh Lord. Now y'all, have y'all a good day. I wish I'd have got in on that conversation yesterday. Polygamy, Honcho. How Miss Honcho feel about that though? Polygamy.
Man, matter of fact, hey, I'm glad y'all said that because y'all was talking about, you wouldn't call and you wouldn't tell Miss Honcho. I chopped it up with my Honcho about that today. She said, honestly, all bullshit to the side. it makes sense to her in the form in which I presented, like I presented to everybody else. But she openly admitted that she feels like the moment that she wouldn't get any attention, everything else is legit, as far as raising the kids, the household funds and all that. But she honest, and that's why I fuck with Miss Honcho, because that was from off the rip. She's always been very honest with me. That the moment that she felt like she wasn't getting the attention that she needed, she said that she would probably have an issue with it. Everything else was on the up and up. And so, she was just that. And I said, I can respect that. I said, I ain't trying to deal with it anyway, because I barely want to deal with your emotions.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. But you know what? This is my belief. This is my belief. I may be wrong. If I am, forgive me. But especially a female in my mind, she loves her man. She loves her man. She loves him.
Yeah.
She is not going to want to share him. But see, today's society and the way man has decided to put it in, roll this ultimatum type lifestyle, I'm going to do it anyway type lifestyle, these females are coming up with this, if I can't beat them, join them technique. Hell no. If I love you, my heart is for you. I ain't nowhere in the world I'm willing to share you. If you got them beliefs, you can go ahead on with your beliefs. I just can't see it. I cannot see a woman truly loving a man, loving him, and then want to share him. Ain't no way. Because if you need somebody to help you raise the children, call over there by your mama's house. I got a sister. What's going on? Another bitch in my bedroom, my dick, fuck that. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. I'm cutting up from the gate. It ain't about to happen. I ain't about to sit idly by and share willingly for nothing. If he don't want my ass, if he not content with me and all that I'm willing to do, because I'm thinking in my mind, if a woman love a man, what she won't do for him? What she won't do for him? But share, that's a whole nother aspect of life. Of course, y'all feel fine with that. That shit is right up y'all ass. That get y'all 2, 3, 4, 5 bitches. You gonna do it anyway. Regardless, the bitch could be willing down for it and all into it. You don't still step out to the side. Look at all them little 3 songs that be going on with these people and stuff. Then they still doing this thing. I'm just from a loving hip hop perspective. Look at them. They cut ups, they all go to bed with the woman, I'm by, and all this here. And this nigga still cheating on her. Oh, fuck this. Look at Jay-Z. Beyonce, he got him a Beyonce, and he still cheated on her. Fuck that. This nigga gonna do this shit anyway. You think I'm gonna grant him permission? Nigga, you better tiptoe around and believe in that fact that old folks where I come from say it's best to not let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. You hear me? You better keep it in that perspective, because if I find out, I'm gonna bust your head for the disrespect. Period. It ain't happening. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that.
But
if you got my heart and you play with me, it's over for you.
But if she
it's over for you.
Because
guess what? Everything in the world, I got good, clear understanding. You can talk to me. You can run some shit by me. Give me the opportunity to like the situation that I'm in. Give me an opportunity to choose the situation that I'm in. If you don't give me that and you hit me with a whammy, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm gonna hit you back. I'm gonna hit you back. I'm gonna strike hard. Ain't no way in the world. That is unacceptable in my book. I refuse to have with a polygamy, them and us. Hell no. Goddamn no. 2 times no. I wish you would. No. It's not happening. Y'all men and something else, y'all be trying everything. Then you want to go with that foot down technique. Because if we can party, we can play then, right? All right. Because I always wanted to have an experience in the adult entertainment rainbow field. I've always brought this to the table because she was asking about people watching the adult educational stuff.
Yes.
Of course, I love that because that's my way of introducing what I have always wanted. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, I actually had an opportunity to get it, but I chickened out.
So what was that?
I chickened out. I fucking chickened out. I'm serious because when I get to it, in a way, it's kind of fucking nasty to me. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And they was like, we down for it. And I was like, no. But in my mind, I've done just about everything I wanted to do in sex. Enjoyed me to the fullest. So I was like, how about two at the same time?
Hmm.
I don't know a man in America I have not met yet. One loving me, and it's putting the distance between us. One setting the shop up and actually saying that he would go forward with it just to see if he could get me, because I never said yeah to what he was introducing. But I figured since this what you want to do, something, he said you wanted me to be open with him. When they left, I threw it at him, and he was unacceptable. So once he got unacceptable, I was like, well, okay. Then he doubled back on me, and he was like, yay. And I was like, really? And when I ain't gonna lie, when he told me yay, I had a whole new outlook on him. It was like I almost kind of like disrespected him on the slick, because even though it's something that runs across my mind, the act alone is like a no-no for me to have two. And I mean, I ain't just talking about, I mean, I want one hitting and one licking. I just want to know which way I eat from first. That's all I want to know.
No. See, look, now, there's rules to this thing. There's rules. Now, to that program, now, when I was young,
but you want to line up a woman. You going to flip this one, do this one, that one, going to sling it in that one, mouth, put it in that one, elbow.
But look, this is what I'm saying. It's rules to this game, okay? When I was a young wild nigga, look, I had my fair share of shenanigans. But there are rules. You know, like magnets have polar opposites. That's how the program works. One on this end,
rules today?
One on that.
Why you can have and I can't?
No, I'm not.
I don't understand it. I grew up in the house with y'all.
No, you can have whatever you want. But that's too close for any kind of. It's all questionable. Look, hey, we done played that game. We said, hey, you got your end, you got your half, and you can't pass this zone. Like the middle of the back is the middle of the back to the front of the face. That's your half. For the time being, the back half is my half, or if we alternate, whatever. It ain't no sword.
I wouldn't even much want the man that I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? I didn't kind of map it out in my head, but like I said, I didn't go through with it because at the end of the day, it's not right. To me, it's not right, because in my mind, he that's on the lower level, he gotta be gay in some kind of way, and I don't want no gay man. I like men. I like men. You know what I'm saying?
It don't work like that. So
but look at that from my own perspective. But from a level where you trying to swing me into that area of the world, and I don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? Let me produce mine. Well, how you can have this here thought and this feeling and want to put this on the table? Is come on, let's do this.
But look,
and not expect me to have. My point of fact is that I could benefit from.
But my thing is this, like, I want two chicks, but I don't want two chicks fucking with each other. It's all about me. I'm selfish, you know what I'm saying? Like, all this other look, y'all, they might get too caught up in each other, and then forget about me. I'll be like, I don't know if you seen that Jamie Foxx stand up. He was like, got some dick. Anybody need some dick? Hey, they get to too worried about each other, and I might get left out. My deal is just to break them both down. So it's like it's a conquering thing to me. That's like it's not about all this other.
I like the character too.
So it ain't all that other stuff is not what it is. But I think it's different because there's different stigmas with women. But you talking about, nah, bro.
Yeah, but I just was unfortunate enough. I grew up in the house amongst 4 males, only female in the house. So I kind of got y'all brain with, and some of y'all muster. I ain't gonna say manhood, cause never. But some of y'all muster and the thought of where your brain works. You know what I'm saying? So hey, and my grandpa raised me with. You can't touch a hair on her head. So I have a way about myself. So I'm going to put myself always in authority. So I've always kind of like, I've had some men, I told them, you ain't love me. You wanted to break me is what you wanted to do. You ain't love me. I still believe to this day you did not love me. But you wanted to, you went through the process to get me there. That's what you thought it was going to take to bring me over there on that side of your thinking. Nah, not at all. It'll never happen. Because I will, if I see a wrong, I'll exit. I'll go on about my business. I could be hurt. I could be in love. But I will get the hell on about my business. Ain't no way in hell am I going to sit idly by knowing this is something I don't want. I don't want to participate. He on this level. I'm not there. This the way he going to go, and you're going to do it anyway. See that shit what you said? You circling around the store, talking about you ain't looking. Then what you searching for?
I'm looking. I'm not touching. I'm a look. I got eyes. You know, I got to be able to see what I want.
And if it just so happen to write something,
Man,
catch your eye.
No.
Just because you went around there been peeping to see. Boom. What happens on that day?
All I'm telling you, it ain't look. I'm telling you, I'm trained in the ways of the denial. You know, I'm just looking because I admire women. I would be allowed to say that I don't. I admire.
Remember,
I admire. It's only if we already. That's already if the program is in play. If I'm just looking, I'm just taking a casual stroll, and I've got to take care of some business anyway. Why not enjoy the sights? You know, I admire women. I think women are beautiful creatures, and so I'm going to look. Because I admire looking. I don't want them all. Because it's always when I'm looking at them too, I'm thinking about the bullshit that comes with them. And so I don't want none of that bullshit that comes with it. So I'm just gonna look and stroll and go, you know, get all the little needs I need for the house. You know, maybe buy me a little bag of beef jerky or something, you know, to snack on or whatever else, you know, because that's the snack hour where they always be at. But that's a whole other thing. But anyway, when I'm gonna look, I ain't finna touch, I ain't finna do nothing.
I do believe you got a little standards. I heard y'all when y'all was saying about the booger wiping on the shirt. That wasn't right.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
That was so not right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He did right.
But yeah,
he did right. So y'all got a little standards, but y'all some cheeky. That's what y'all is. Y'all some cheeky folks.
Nah.
Y'all some cheeky ones. Y'all want to have y'all way. You want to be able to play. You want to be able to tippy-toe over there. When I tippy-toe, you want to be able to stride on over there.
No. You know,
all right, thank you, Mama. Get on back over there. Yeah, baby, what you think?
Now, old me might be saying something different, but like I say, I've grown, I've learned, I've, you know, adapted my mind frame. So like I say, I'm not finna go after everything in sight. I'm not gonna pursue. I'll look and I'll say, hey, you know what? That's a nice looking woman. If I was still wild out, I'd probably do something very bad to her. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna engage, and I'm gonna keep on strolling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pursue any action. You know, and so because I'm happy with my situation, I look at my situation and I say, you know what? It ain't nothing out there that's worth it because I'm happy with what I got. And again, the process to try to she hung up on me. She ain't want to hear that shit. She's like, nah, nigga, I don't want to hear all that. But I'm happy with what I got going, so I'm not finna fuck all that shit up. But now, if I was a free range chicken, who said that the other day? Free range chickens. If I was a free range chicken, you know, I was out on the range, a free range rooster, if you will, you know, well, hey, I'm just saying, you know, I'd be all like, hey, look. Don't let anything happen. Y'all will see a whole different side of the den. If y'all know if I ever go through some shit, they're gonna be saying, "Oh, Honcho, what are these random women in the background on every stream? What's going on with you, Honcho? What are you doing? What's going on? And then something you want to talk about?" Y'all will be like, "Oh, this nigga Honcho was not lying." But nah, it ain't gonna get to that. So, you know, yes, free range cock. Yes, I'm out there slanging free range wood. We said a loggerhead. But my thing is this. Yeah, see, look, man, come on, look. Women look too. That's what killed me about y'all. Look, this is the den. Let's be fucking honest. Ain't nobody finna go snitch on y'all. Okay? Women look too. Men look. People look. That's why people value attractiveness so much, because motherfuckers are going to look. If a nigga come in that hole looking, what was it, Dexter St. Jock or whoever the fuck it was, you know, coming in there looking like that, hey, you know, people gonna wonder what's going on the other side. That's what women gonna do. That's why women do whatever it is they do. Man, look, I'ma look. As long as I don't act on it, I ain't got no problem. My old lady, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, ain't too many niggas better than me. But if she look, I mean, when she out and about, she probably look. As long as she don't do no shenanigans, and I ain't gotta, you know, yeah, ain't nothing to cut it off. But the thing is, shit, you gonna see what certain features. You know, if a bitch got an astounding ass and it's just amazing, you're just like, wow, you don't see that every day. You know what? I appreciate that ass. You know, you gonna look. You know what I'm saying? I'ma look. I mean, shit, motherfuckers look. That's what they do. Some of y'all get in relationships and shit. Y'all women will be lying if y'all ain't gray sweatpants checking. It's basketball short season. Y'all be. I know for a fact, I know for a fact, used to have an old hairdresser, and I told you we was cool. The kids would play together and shit like that. And so she know me, she know my old lady, all of this stuff. And the kids was coming through one time, and I forgot. I think she was dropping off the little one, so I ran downstairs with I had some basketball shorts on, and I caught her peeping. And she told me that she just at the last time I went and got my hair done, she was talking all about, oh, this man, he brought me a meal, and I think he really likes me. I'm like, oh, he brought you a meal at work? That's what's up. No, I was at his house and he brought me a plate. Like, that's just normal consideration. I mean, that's just general courtesy. Like, that ain't nothing special. I don't mean the nigga want to be with you. He was at his house eating, so he brought you a plate. But anyway, I called her people. So, like, women, y'all look. Like, come on, man. Like, just stop. Because it was funny because, like I say, I come around, I was, whatever. And she looked, and then she kind of, made that little eye contact when she looked back up. And, like, I saw you. I ain't tripping. I ain't going to say nothing about it. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't finna fuck with you. You gonna look. People look. As long as you don't act on that shit, it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you catch me looking. Shit. Yeah, I'm looking. You know what you was doing when you came out the house. You know what you working with. Shit. The majority of y'all do that shit deliberate. If the damn cleavage, if the shirt is somewhere in the middle of your chest and all the titty pushed up, you doing that shit on purpose. So I'm going to accommodate your hard work and effort, which is what you went through to get dressed. And I'm gonna look. You're welcome. You should be thanking me for looking. You're welcome. So women who get looked at, you're welcome. I'll accept my thanks. You can just text me my thanks, and I'll appreciate that. Because goddamn, y'all acting like y'all just these innocent angels that don't do nothing. Y'all are welcome. Okay. So there's that. Goddamn, y'all try to make us sound like the bad guy. Y'all know what y'all be doing out there. Y'all be getting prim and proper. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stop with the nonsense. This is the den. Okay. Come on now. We ain't falling for the tomfoolery. But, man, it's about that time. Let me see what time it is, about 30. But yeah, it's going to be time to start winding it down, so I can be properly rested today for the 10 o'clock den. But try to get me another little workout in the morning. And I'm trying to get my footwork back. I'm telling y'all, baby, when we play some more tri-ball, I'm trying to be ready. I got to get the knees up. I gotta get right. I'm telling y'all, for Vegas, I'm trying to get a 4.5 pack. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit, man. Look, what is wrong with looking? You got eyeballs. Use them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, your eyesight gonna go bad. You ain't gonna be able to see shit. So you might as well use them while you got them. Look. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm accommodating the hard effort. You didn't put all that makeup on. You done got your hair right. You didn't put your outfit on just so tight. You probably got the little waist trainer on and all that shit. I ain't mad at you. Do what you do. But I'm going to admire the work that you put in. And yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Hotep G's and Curtis, you be motherfucking right. Hotep said today what I told y'all last week. Blade over Black Panther last week. That nigga tweeted that shit out today. So, but what's the motherfucking deal, Ken, man? Yeah, man. He tweeted that shit out today. I was talking about that shit last week. Black Panther, Blade whoop Black Panther motherfucking ass. What y'all talking about? And Curtis Schoon is the truth too. Welcome, kid. Absolutely, man. But look, man, it's all about being honest. We're human beings, okay? Maybe not Heidi. Heidi might be AI. You know what I'm saying? She might be artificial intelligence. That stuff is powerful these days, but the rest of us, we're all human beings, man. So ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Look, you do have a shirt for viewing? Exactly. Okay, let's be honest. Every woman in here, before we get ready to wind it down or whatever we gonna call it, right? I want you to put a 1 if you do and a 2 if you don't, all right? Do you have a special outfit? I won't even say a shirt that shows a lot of cleavage. I want to do a particular pair of pants that, pops up the assets properly. Do you have an outfit that you wear when you're seeking attention? 1 for yes, 2 for no. That's all y'all got to put. You ain't got to tell me what the outfit is. You ain't got to say none of that because all of you do. All right, that's the best, so better. Definitely want to see it. You have a good night. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to see who's going to be honest and who's going to bullshit. It ain't no secret. Look. But I didn't see the picture. I know you got one, Shannon. You know, I ain't even look. Hey, I know you got one. Okay, Warrior, I will see there again. Who else gonna be honest? You shenanigans. Exactly. Ruby Roo got one. Don't want to admit it. One used to. Now she got mature, even though I still have it. You got one. You got one. You got one. A so-so, and it might not be as provocative as it used to be, but you got it. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Well, man, I got $60 to show off." Yeah, hey, look. When you want to jump juice, you gonna do something. Just make sure you're prim and proper, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Chevy say, "Oh, you're closely bow." There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Now you got some. Nah, you got some. Cartier, I know Cartier got some. But it's not about if I hate your clothes or not. It's about, do you have a particular outfit that you wear, or not even outfit, do you have clothing that you have when you are seeking attention from the opposite sex? It's a yes or a no, Heidi. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. When you look at, when you catch a chick looking, okay, hey, I still got it. Ask no question, won't tell you, don't lie. Well, I'm asking questions, so don't lie. Be honest. Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, but even there's nothing less. It's not slutty. You can have a high style outfit that you wear to generate attention. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you can wear that are classy, but a little assy. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff that you can wear that is nice, but it show a little slice. It may be a particular dress with the extra slit. The slit just a little bit, a little bit above average. So all women do, okay? If they don't, they at least used to. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be the bother of pretend the world too full of sickos. Okay. But you did. So, right now you might not be trying to play that game. But Heidi's a liar. Man, I don't want to listen to Heidi. Heidi does girl push-ups, so I ain't even listen to Heidi. But the thing about this is, and we went from culture to, we've had all kind of conversations. I want to shout out to everybody who called in. We had a lot of new callers call in tonight, and shout out to all of y'all, because I enjoy everybody who calls in. Whether I agree with your perspectives or not, I truly, honestly do appreciate your opinions. You know what I mean? So that's what makes the Den so great. Different perspectives, different views, people who may agree or disagree with other opinions. But that's what makes it excellent. That's what makes it so excellent, because sometimes you get to see how the other side thinks. In your sex closet. So you got like a whole closet just for sex. That sounds like kidnapping. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the Den is not to convert you. Okay, not to convert you. The Den is about making you think. If you have a particular set of beliefs and it goes against the grain, then it's going to help you reinforce those beliefs. You're going to find, your own particular arguments to reinforce those beliefs. Some people may have beliefs and they're not as strong as they thought, and they're like, well, you know what, this actually makes sense what they're saying. So some people may think a little bit differently. And other people, they're going to agree. It's just going to be whatever it is. Female people, you don't ever say nothing. How can we agree with some shit you don't nobody ever say nothing? Goddamn. So you like your waist hugging dresses? See, okay. Yeah. Yeah, titty, you gotta titty. Heidi, you gotta do something, with them tits. You gotta control them. They all over the place. You gotta, I don't know what you gotta do. You know what I find funny when they talk about the girls with the big old titties who put the bra on backwards and turn it around. That's always very interesting. So that's just my thoughts. And yeah, sometimes we're righteous, sometimes we're ratchet. We're gonna talk about everything in here. So if y'all are just kind of feeling the vibe of the Den, hey, it's all right. We're gonna, like I say, we're gonna have serious conversations some nights. In the Facebook group, they voted for a more laid back conversation tonight. So I said, we're gonna have a little fun. I'm gonna get inquisitive, and so Heidi can't control them things, and she got to figure out. She wonder why she be getting bothered at work. She just be letting them all hang out. That's the problem. you know, so that's not my fault. You know, female pimp be wearing them socks. She be out there making love in these streets. I thought she's supposed to be pimping. But yeah, I'm not mean. Not mean at all. I'm the nicest. I'm at least like the fourth nicest person, you know. So I'm somewhere in there. But here's my thing, man. Here's my thing. I fuck with all of y'all. Again, whether we agree or disagree, because hey, we're all human beings on this planet trying to live, trying to make it, trying to understand our place in this world. So I fuck with all of y'all. I thank all of y'all for coming through and supporting the channel. As we get ready to wind it down, you know, make sure you're following on all the proper social medias. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at what's the motherfucking shit? Ed Honcho HTX. I forgot. Oh, here it is. So again, Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Those are my personal pages, but I probably do more on my personal pages. It's easier to contact me on my personal pages if you have something to say. I'm gonna cut the damn line off. That's what's taking up space. If you ever want to call the Den, even though we may or may not be live, you can always call 833-284-3336, whether we're live, whether we off, whatever it may be. You know, you can always leave a voicemail and share your thoughts. Hey man, if you enjoyed the conversation, hit that like button. If you're new and you're watching it and you're like, hey, these motherfuckers crazy, hit that subscribe button and that like button, do a little double duty. I don't know why I was doing all this, but it ain't gonna fuck it up. But you can catch all the social medias, Den Show Live on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. /Den Show Live. If you want to send an email, denshowlive@gmail. If you want to support the channel, you can make a one-time donation at streamlabs.com/The Den Show. Shout out to everybody who's been showing love and dropping some Denjamins in the Den. That is greatly appreciated. If you want to make a monthly pledge to the Den as we continue to grow the channel, you go to patreon.com/The Den Show, and there's several rewards for different tiers there. So shout out to Goya, Dan, Stina, James Martin. And I appreciate all the support and the love as we continue to move forward, as we're understanding what we're doing here, and as the channel grows and we find it. I'm telling y'all, man, the Den is, Roger remembers, 335 remembers, the Den used to be a sausage party. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know, I do know, because I look back at the analytics. But the women have invaded the Den, and I don't know if there's any looking back. It is predominantly female by far. It just, I mean, it used to be 90% niggas, and now it's like, it's probably 80-20. Triple D, interesting. Like Dallas, the dirty Dallas, whatever they call it. I don't even know why they call it Triple D. That's a terrible nickname. You know, all Cox and Heidi. Yeah, the Unique used to pop up every now and then. You know, so there's that. Let's say a slim waist and full buttocks. Yes. I'm an ass man myself, but hey, you know, I like handful. I got big hands, so you know, I get grabby. The Den was black. All right, Maria. The Den was never black. It might be more black now. The Den used to be super Hispanic. It was Hispanic. It was a Hispanic sausage party in the Den. And then it became, I think, more black female, you know. So I think that's where we at. Oh man. Nah, we know what happened last time we had an Asian in here. It set the house on fire. So we'll try to figure it out. The Asian phase at the end of the club. Oh, we got to be careful there. But I fuck with all of y'all, man. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And again, for the support, just tuning in, you know, share with your friends, tell your amigos about it. And, you know, hey, if you enjoy the Den, hit that like button. We will be live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you what we're talking about, but I will be there. So you be there. And Makes craft beer. But I thank y'all, man. Y'all have a good evening. Female pimp, what are you then? You know, that's female pimp is one of them you know, black chicks that don't like being black. See, I'm not black. I'm Puerto Rican, you're black. I'm Dominican, you're black. You know, you might be Haitian, you're still black. How many hours of sleep do I get? That's a good question. I think I got 4 yesterday. I woke up a little late yesterday. Because even then after I got off the stream, I fucking was doing a bunch of shit. So, I appreciate all of you. And, man, look, hey, if it could be afforded, I'd go 24/7. You know, we got to continue to grow. That'd be too much talking. But, you know, as we on a mission, I'm trying to be the Black Howard Stern, Honcho Stern. I don't know. I think it's like a combination of, if I had my ultimate identity to identify how I envision the den long term, I was telling somebody the other day, it would be Stern mixed with Rogan, mixed with a little bit of 5150. And that would be that. Now I got the line closed. I'm finna wrap it up, man. But that's how I would a mix of those. You know what I'm saying? You just put a little bit of sprinkle, a little bit of all that in there. And that's ultimately how the den would end up. It would be a shit show, but it would be very entertaining. So with that being said, hey man, I fuck with all of y'all. Again, it's an honor, a privilege. I thank you for the opportunity to get to chop it up with y'all each and every night. Every night, 10 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central. Make sure you're following all the proper social medias. With that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Definitely. Once the den gets to the goals and then I accomplish some things, I definitely want to, because I can't bring nobody into the hot ass garage, right? They'll be in this motherfucker sweating like me. I'm sweating, they sweating. You know, motherfuckers slip and fall. They sue me. I got to pay workman's comp or some shit. We all fucked up. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all. But y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, if not, I'll see you when I see you. I'm at Honcho. Y'all ain't got to go home. I'm going to steal all your pistachios and I'm going to pimp y'all out for some pistachios as soon as the stream is over. I'm gone. Oh, word? Yeah, like a bad up? Oh, yeah, definitely. And I'm gonna be entertaining some new things. I'm reaching out. I'm gonna start reaching out to a couple of folks. I know some of the women folks have said, hey, you need to have a woman on live. You know, we'll see how that turns out. We'll see. But I'm trying to steal y'all pistachios and shit in the stream. So I hope y'all got your. Well, I was gonna say something else. Y'all just keep your pistachios protected.